catch me to put snow down my back.
Oh, is that right? Well, the weekend just started, lady.
I would have bet the ranch on that well.
That field is down there somewhere. I'm sure of it.
I think so, too. We're running out of time. We got to start clearing Site B right after New Year's. How long will it take you to sink 2 more rigs here and here?
With the way the ice is jamming the drills, I'll have to triple the dynamite to clear them. 4 or 5 days.
Okay, go ahead.
When does Murdoch arrive?
This evening. He's not going to be very happy. There's Claudia now.
Right away.
Let's go. what did you decide?
What did you decide?
Come on, Claudia, be reasonable.
Michael, I've been more than reasonable. The last 5 years, I've been trying to raise a family in deserts, the Brazilian jungle, and now this place.
Well, at least we're living in a house this time.
I have my reservations as to whether it qualifies as a house. A home, no way.
All right, then. Be realistic. I've got everything on the line here. You know I'm the one that talked Murdoch into this exploration. I can't just walk away from it.
And I can't stay here any longer. Our children deserve a civilized existence, and CB particularly needs a stable life.
Don't start that again. There's nothing wrong with CB.
Well, you're not around him enough to know. He's having a lot of problems, and he's constantly fighting at school. No, Michael, I've made up my mind. I'm moving the kids back to Los Angeles after the new year. Why can't you take that head office job that Murdoch offered?
I told you. I'm not an office type. I'm a field man. This is what I do. I only need a couple more months at the most. You've hung in this long.
I'm sorry. Michael, I can't.
You haven't said anything to the children yet, have you?
Of course not. I wouldn't want to spoil their Christmas. What he called you, you shouldn't have hit him.
He made me so mad I couldn't help it. Anyway, he's a liar. He's been going all over school telling everyone there's no Santa Claus.
You and I are going to have a very serious talk right now, young man.
Hedda had to go to her sister's. Are you gonna make dinner for us?
We can't send out for the pizza man, can we?
Oh, Dad. Mr. Murdoch's here. He's waiting for you in the den. But, Dad, you said you and me were gonna have a serious talk right now.
Your mother will have the talk with you.
Oh, Dad.
I don't care. You have him call me the minute you hear from him, you understand? Right. That Fred Haley needs a keeper. How are you, Michael?
Hi. How was the plane trip?
Oh, the usual. A little rough the last couple hundred miles.
Will you join us for dinner, Sumner?
Thanks. I ate at the hotel just after I checked in. So, how's everything shaking?
Well, I hate to give you bad news, but Rig 5 came in dry today.
Rig 5? You said that was 90% probable.
Yeah, I was wrong. I'm sorry.
I'm not interested in apologies, kid, just results. All right, we'll forget about the A site. We'll forge ahead with site B.
I'm sure I'm right about the A site. Just give me another week or two.
I'll give you 1 week. In the meantime, move as much of the crew as you can over to site B.
Morning, Craig.
Michael? Murdoch just left for Side B. He's in some rotten mood.
So, what else is new?
Morning, Mike.
Morning, Sam.
Looks like Arnie Hansen over at Bureau Coal is up to his old practical jokes again.
Probably running out of things to do with all his money. What is it this time?
Much better than the Bigfoot paw prints he spent the night putting around your house last Christmas.
Tell me, tell me.
Oh, I wouldn't want to spoil it for you. I'll let Arnie's little man tell you himself. He's in your office.
May I help you?
Oh. Yes. Yes, you may.
Michael Baldwin. I'm project manager here.
My name's Ed.
Ed,
That's right, Ed.
I see. Well, Ed, can I get you a cup of coffee?
Won't you have a nice cup of hot chocolate?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, that's all right. That's perfectly all right.
Won't you sit down?
Oh, thank you, yes.
Well, Ed, what brings you to this frozen hellhole, if you'll excuse the mixed metaphor?
Mixed metaphor. Mixed metaphor. Does that mean I can get right to the point?
Yes, that's what that means.
Good. Mr. Baldwin, your company has been doing a great deal of dynamiting in the North Pole region recently.
That's right. ICE has been jamming our drilling rigs, and we've been forced to do some heavy dynamiting to free them.
You don't know what you're doing, Mr. Baldwin. You must stop dynamiting immediately.
Okay. Why should I do that?
Because if you continue, there's a very good chance you're going to blow up Santa Claus.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Baldwin, I'm Santa's chief elf at North Pole City. And we realize you had no idea you were creating such problems for
You're
us.
the chief elf?
Mm-hmm. May I? We've already sustained serious damage because of explosions here at Site A. But dynamiting here at Site B would most certainly destroy North Pole City. We're smack dab next to it.
Blow up Santa Claus and destroy North Pole City. Arnie gets crazier every year.
Arnie?
Oh, I gotta give you credit, though. I couldn't have pulled it off with a straight face.
Come on, tell us what happened next.
Well, he looks me straight in the eye, and he invited us all to visit Santa Claus tomorrow.
But why us?
Well, he wants to convince us to stop dynamiting at our sites because he's afraid we're gonna blow up Santa Claus.
Did Arnie finally own up to it?
I haven't spoken to him yet. I think he's still out of town.
There aren't any little people around here. Where in the world did he find him?
Well, knowing Arnie, I'm sure he had him flown in just for the occasion.
Maybe it isn't a joke. Maybe he really is Santa Claus's chief elf.
That's impossible. Santa Claus is just a mythological figure.
What's a myth?
It's nothing, CB. David's just being a smart aleck.
Hey, I was just kidding.
Well, it isn't funny.
May I be excused? Me too.
Yes, go ahead. What's wrong, honey?
Nothing.
Come on.
Now I know what David meant.
Meant about what?
You know, Santa Claus.
What about Santa Claus?
I guess Kurt Larson wasn't lying. There is no Santa Claus. He isn't real. Mom, you always said you wouldn't lie to me. I want to know. Tell me, please.
For all of us who believe in Santa Claus, he is real. In our hearts.
But he's not a real person?
Well, no. Not in the same way that you and I are.
You just ruined everything. I hate you, Mom. I wish you were dead.
Don't you dare talk to your mother that way. Now go to your room.
That's all you ever say to me. Go to your room. I hate you too, Dad. I really hate you.
Was that necessary? Why don't you try to understand him instead of losing your patience?
Very good, sport. You're really getting the hang of that thing. Come on, CB. Sit on my lap and you can steer.
No thanks.
Stop being indulgent. Ride with Dad.
Will you please talk English? Okay, it's my turn then.
Hold it, honey. You better put the snowmobile away. You don't want to be late for school, and I gotta get to work.
But we only got a half a day today. Do we have to go? Mom said we were gonna decorate the tree today.
Yes, you have to go. We'll start on the tree after lunch. Now put the snowmobile away, change your clothes, and get going.
Fred, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. No. 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 That's what they want us to do. 2 words, Fred. Walk away. Gaylord and those corporate jackals of his over at Global Oil, they're up to their old tricks again.
Well, Fred didn't close, did he?
You heard me. I told him to walk away. Just like I'm going to walk away from this entire development. Unless you bring something in soon.
It's here, Sumner. I know it's here. On one of the 2 sites. We've had a few problems.
Oh, no, baby. You have problems. You're the chief geological engineer on this project. You recommended this exploration. And if I don't see some results soon, I'm pulling out, and you're going to be looking for a job.
Here they are. Oh, that's good.
Well, that's it for me. I gotta get going.
But Dad, we haven't finished decorating the tree.
I know, but I have another meeting with Mr. Murdoch.
He acts like he owns you.
He doesn't own me, Princess, but he does pay the bills around here.
All right, kids. The dishes. Okay, come on. Come on.
I'll see you later, Dawn.
Who could that be?
I'll get it. Where did you get that?
The Army abandoned it here after the war. It's the only one like it.
That's very interesting, but I don't have any time for Arnie Hanson's jokes today.
Jokes?
Michael, who is it?
Hanson's elf is back. Come on in. Claudia, I'd like you to meet Santa Claus's chief elf, Ed. Ed, this is Mrs. Baldwin.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You'll have to discuss it with her. I have an urgent meeting to go to. I'll probably be late.
Won't you sit down?
Thank you. Oh, goodness. My goodness, I'm sure I said today. Do you suppose you and the children could come with me, Mrs. Baldwin?
Come where?
Home to North Pole City.
To North Pole City.
Yes. To meet him.
To meet who?
Santa Claus.
Hey, you guys. After you finished helping Hedda, how would you like to go and meet Santa Claus?
Meet Santa Claus, sure. Come on, Ma. Don't put us on.
Well, Mr. Hansen's little friend is back. He's out in front.
He is?
He sure is. And we've all been invited to go to the North Pole.
Well, we'll all meet a big white rabbit and go to the Mad Hatter's tea party. Will you please shut up? Can we go? Can we go? Even if it is a joke?
Here we are. These are my children, David, Marianne, and C.B.
Marvelous. It's very nice meeting you. Let me help you in.
More.
Well, here we go.
Wow, I can even reach the controls on this one.
Yes, you certainly could.
Do you think you could teach me how to drive it?
Not now, CB. There's not time. Perhaps when we get where we're going. I can tell you Santa Claus appreciates this, Mrs. Baldwin. Once you've met him, I hope you can convince your husband to stop the dynamiting.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Mr. Baldwin is a very reasonable man.
Oh, good. That makes me feel a whole lot better.
Ed, just how fast is this thing going?
Oh, about 100 miles an hour, I suppose. It's pretty slow. Not like the reindeer Zephyr.
What's a reindeer zephyr?
You'll see in a little while.
100 miles an hour. Wow. You must have made a mistake. It's an engineering impossibility a snowcat can go that fast.
Not with Dr. Fernando, it isn't.
Dr. Fernando?
Santa's chief of research and development. He's the one who modified this, thing.
I'm a little worried, David. Do you think we're really going 100 miles an hour?
Of course not. It's an illusion. We're probably not going 20 miles an hour.
Well, we seem to be going pretty fast.
I know. There's an increased perception of velocity in both the Arctic and Antarctic regions.
If you say so. The storm seems to be getting worse, Ed. I think we better be getting back.
Don't worry, Mrs. Baldwin. We'll be out of this storm in just a moment. And then you're going to see the most beautiful weather you've ever seen. Here we are. I told you.
Wow, look at that.
There it is.
That's a reindeer zephyr?
It's one of our more sophisticated long-distance vehicles.
Vehicles? I don't see any reindeer. How does it go?
It's self-propelled.
You've got to be kidding. That's a mock-up. You've got to give that Arnie Hansen credit. This one's a real winner, Mom.
I know it.
Well, let's get going.
Let's go. This is terrific.
No, hold on. Just wait a minute.
Oh, gee. Can't we see it for a few minutes?
No. I think this joke has gone far enough. There's something wrong here.
What could be wrong?
I don't know, but I do know that no one would go to this length to pull off a joke.
What else could it be? You don't think that thing's going anywhere, do you?
Of course not.
The one harm can come from looking at it. Please, Mom. Oh, please. Just for a few minutes.
Okay, but just for a few minutes.
Wow, look at that!
Pretty, isn't it?
Seriously, Ed, we've got to start back soon. I promised we'd be back by 6.
6? Oh, that's impossible. Can't you call and tell them you'll be late?
Call? From where?
Our communications post, right there. Get on board, children, get on board. Your mother's going to make a telephone call. What's your credit card number?
All the rigs are ice jammed?
That's right, Mr. Murdoch. We're going to start blasting sometime today. I think one time will do it. We're using enough dynamite to blow up New York City. We'll set the rig tomorrow and start drilling the day after.
Good work, Harold. Listen, tell Craig Marin to meet me at Site B in the morning.
10-4.
Hello?
This has got to be the most expensive stunt Arnie's ever pulled. Well, I'm at a phone booth. Well, it's,
You're talking into a candy cane, and you're going to go to the North Pole in a reindeer.
I mean, it's like a carousel reindeer with seats inside. Michael, can you hear me? The static's awful.
It's the storm. I'm afraid that's the best we're going to do.
Claudia! Operator! Operator!
I mean it, Ed. A few more minutes and we have to get back.
Please trust me, Mrs. Baldwin. You're going to love the ride.
All right, all right. You certainly can't carry this on much longer.
Everybody ready?
Are you really sure about this thing, David?
Trust me, Mom. Pigs will grow wings before this thing will move an inch.
Here we go.
Impossible or not, this thing is moving. This isn't funny anymore, Ed. I'm telling you to turn this thing around right now.
I can't. It's remote control, and all the controls are in North Pole City.
You mean you're not driving it?
No, I'm a passenger, just like you are.
Wow, this is really great. Mom, I'm scared.
I'm telling you for the last time, Ed, this joke has gone far enough. This is absolutely crazy.
But it's the only way we can get to North Pole City.
It's a dead end. Even this thing couldn't make it over that ice wall. What are you doing, Ed?
You'll see.
Did you see that? Those doors.
This is more than a practical joke, David.
Welcome to North Pole City.
If this isn't a practical joke, we're in big trouble.
I know, Mom, I know. We're here, and we're really gonna meet Santa Claus.
Our elf population here numbers in the thousands. Enough to operate the largest toy factory in the world.
Santa's factory. Will we get to see that, too?
Oh, yes, you're going to see it, CB. In fact, Santa is going to take all of you on a complete tour.
I don't know why, but I think someone's doing a mind trip on us, Mom.
I know, and it's going to be up to you and me to keep our heads.
Santa's house. It's the oldest building up here. It looks pretty much the same as it did when he first built it. Comfortable jumpsuit which Santa designed himself. It keeps you warm when you're outdoors and cool when you're inside. We have them for the children, too.
Thank you. This is for you. Thank you. Thank you. When did we get to meet Santa?
Pretty soon now.
You heard him, Mom. We're gonna get to meet him soon.
In the meantime, we'll go to the dining room. We got here just in time for a hot chocolate break. I know you don't believe me, Mrs. Baldwin, but you're going to feel a lot better after you meet Santa. You have to believe him.
Yeah, I understand. Thanks, Arnie. Bye. Arnie Hansen doesn't know anything about it. I feel so helpless. What am I gonna do?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Are you crazy? What are you talking about?
Pull yourself together.
I have to do something.
Now listen to me. I guarantee you that Gaylord has got Claudia and the children.
Gaylord? What possible reason would he have to kidnap my family?
I don't know yet, but I'll tell you this. He's the most dangerous man that I've ever known. And until we know for sure, we better not rock the boat.
Wow, this is the best hot chocolate I've ever tasted.
Good. Thank you. The chocolate is a secret formula of Santa's. He developed it in 1886. Or was it 87?
Ed,
Yes, Marianne.
some of my friends and I were talking at school about how Santa can get up and down all those chimneys.
Well, first of all, Santa's suit and boots are fireproof. Of course, there are a number of homes where the chimneys are too small for Santa.
Well, what about those places? And the places with no chimneys at all?
That's a good question. I'd say Santa uses chimneys, less than 5% of the time now. For all the places he can get in conveniently, he uses his molecular redistribution invention.
Molecular redistribution?
Yeah. He calls it a people transporter. It works with goodies, too. It's a platform on the side of his sled.
Oh, sure.
We're wasting too much time and money on Site A, Michael. Tell Faulkner to abandon it and move everything over to Site B right now.
But you gave me a week.
That was before this Gaylord thing. Look, I don't care how you do it. I want to start blasting by the 24th. That's Christmas Eve day. Have you got me?
We weren't scheduled to start dynamiting there till after New Year's.
I just changed the schedule.
Apple A to base.
Base to Apple A. Harold?
Any news about Claudia and the kids?
Nothing yet.
I'm sorry, Mike. We're gonna dynamite in about a quarter of an hour.
Good. And tomorrow you're gonna have to start moving everything over to Site B.
Everything?
Well, not everything. Why don't you set up a skeleton crew there on Site A and set up a new rig? There's oil there. I know it, Harold, and we're gonna find it.
When we take very short breaks at this time of the year, we have an enormous amount of toys and presents to get ready by Christmas Eve.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Boys? No. Boys?
Laughing all the way. Girls on bobtail bringing spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight.
Boys, no.
Hey, jingle bells, jingle all
right. I'm going to tell you one more time. Sing anything you want. White Christmas, Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but no more jingle bells!
I knew it. It's Santa Claus. He's a real man, Mom.
Welcome, Mrs. Baldwin. Thanks for coming. And a special welcome to the children. I apologize for sounding a little grumpy, but over 100 years of Jingle Bells, well, that's enough. And frankly, it's been driving Mrs. Claus and I right up the wall.
Yes, I understand.
I'm sorry I'm late, but the recent explosions have damaged our communication systems, you see, and I've been spending all my time trying to repair it. How are you, CB?
You really know me?
Of course I know you. I know all the children of the whole world. As a matter of fact, I think you're just about the same age as your grandfather was when I gave him a red wooden sleigh in 1922. It was a great model, big success.
Wow, 1922. How old are you, Santa?
Let's just say I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I really appreciate your visit here, Mrs. Baldwin. I'm sorry Mr. Baldwin isn't here, too.
Not any sorrier than I am.
I see. You think this whole thing is some kind of hoax, don't you?
I don't know what to think.
I must apologize to you, Mrs. Baldwin. I should have anticipated there might be some problem with my credibility. It's been diminishing more and more every year. But as soon as we get our communication system working, we can radio Mr. Baldwin and advise him that you're safe.
I'd appreciate that.
We're obviously going to have a little talk, aren't we? But before we do that, I'd like to know your children better. How about that, CB? Mary Ann, David?
Yeah, I was wondering. There seems to be a lot of different Santa Clauses in the store around Christmas time.
There certainly are. They all couldn't be me now, could they? But I try to visit some of the stores before Christmas.
Was that really you?
Yeah, my belly full of jelly and all. And as I recall, you were visiting with your grandmother, and you pulled my beard. Yes, David?
It seems it's a logistical impossibility you can deliver all those presents in just one night.
Oh, I was wondering when that would come up. Well, first of all, the different time zones make it a little easier for me.
Time zones?
Oh, yeah. You see, when it's midnight in New York, it's only 5 o'clock in the morning in London. 9 o'clock at night in California.
I think it would take the whole night just to cover a small area of one city.
You're absolutely right, David. It would take the whole night, if it weren't for the TDD. That's the time deceleration device. Here, let me show you. This is really something. Now, look over there at the North Pole constant time clock. See, the spinning little candy cane measures time in microseconds, exactly like they do in the Olympics. Now, as I switch on the TDD, you watch the clock. Now, you see? The TDD is slowed time. It decelerates time as I go from area to area, and it slows things down more than enough to give me time to make my deliveries. Dr. Fernando of our Research and Development Department developed it, based on Einstein's theory of relativity. It's incredibly complicated. Matter of fact, it's Greek to me. But all I know is it works. Now then, may I suggest that Mrs. Claus entertain the children while we have our little talk?
Thank you.
Good.
They're dynamiting again. They're dynamiting again.
This is our newest building. It's the safest place to be. Ed, you stay with me. I've got to get to Master Control Headquarters.
It's been hours. Where are they? What if it isn't Gaylord?
Got a better answer? Driven to the North Pole by a diminutive chauffeur? In a reindeer?
Well, I saw him.
Oh, yeah, of course. Just like the Saudis saw things when Gaylord ripped them off last year.
You think Claudia and the children have been drugged?
He had the guts to drug the Saudis.
Well, here we are.
Welcome. Oh, please come in. Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, Mrs. Claus. May I present Mrs. Claudia Baldwin, and these are her children, David, Mary Ann, and C.B. This is Mrs. Santa Claus.
Hello. Hi.
My children, what a pleasure it is to have you here.
Thank you.
It was pretty scary for a while there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And Papa's so pleased that you could come. And it looks as though it was just in time, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, enjoy yourselves. I'll be waiting to escort you back when you're finished. Excuse me?
Oh, yes, yes. Now, why don't you all follow me into the study? Papa should be here very soon.
May we have a look around, Mrs. Claus?
Oh, yes, please do. And please, call me Martha.
Thank you, Martha. Claudia.
Ah.
It's okay.
Oh, that's all right. You can pick it up. It won't break. It's iron. It was Papa's most popular toy from 1838 to 1843.
Hi, Mommy. I'm a good girl. I love you, Mommy.
And that was Papa's big hit in 1950. There's a record player in the tummy. You know, many of the toy companies get some very good ideas from Papa.
I bet they do. Boy, I remember this little tank I got one Christmas. It used caps and shot BBs.
Well, you didn't get that from Papa. Parents often give their children gifts and say they're from Santa Claus. Toy guns, for example. Papa has never given a child a gun. He doesn't like guns. He doesn't believe in violence.
I thought I told Bruce and maintenance to have this doorknob fixed a week ago.
Oh, please, don't blame him. He's so overworked, he hasn't even repaired the kitchen sink. No. How bad is it this time?
Well, fortunately, the damage is minimal. But for a moment there, it reminded me of the Christmas I was making my deliveries in London during the Blitz.
Oh, well, it certainly scared the wits out of me.
Well, hello again.
Hi.
Well, Claudia, if you'll excuse me, I'm just going to start preparing a little supper.
You kids want to help her?
Good. Well, come along then.
Well, now then, we can talk alone. Claudia, I'm sure you realize by now how serious this dynamiting is, and we certainly don't want to alarm the children more.
I agree.
Good. Well, first of all, I want to show you something. Now, this is a precise miniature. Oh, no.
Very interesting.
Oh, I'm going to have to make a confession. That's just for Christmas Eve. I mean, if my beard were really that long, I'd never be able to make up my mind to go to bed with it over or under the blanket. I get precious little sleep as it is. All right, back to business. Now, as I was saying, this is a precise miniature of North Pole City. I chose this location because these ice formations, technically called seracs, totally conceal our little city from the sky. Now, the reindeer Zephyr entered here. All an unwelcome visitor would find is an impenetrable ice wall. Our little city is also protected by very sophisticated anti-radar and electronic detection devices. Map of the Arctic Circle. North Pole City is right here. Now, your husband's company has been dynamiting here. And Ed has advised me Mr. Baldwin also intends to dynamite here. It's referred to as Site B. That'll be right after the New Year. As you can see, if he dynamites there, it'll be the end of all of us.
Yes, I can see that.
I know you would. Now, the main oil field isn't there.
It isn't?
No. It's over here, on Site A. They'll just have to keep drilling there. So if you'll merely explain that to your husband, I'm sure he'll change his plans.
Explain it to him?
Be honest with me. You haven't believed a word I said.
No, I don't believe you. I don't know what you really want. You seem like a very nice man, and this is certainly an incredible place, but, I mean, let's face it, Santa Claus is a mythological figure. I mean, you know there's no such person as Santa Claus. There never has been, and there never will be.
Well, Martha's going to be very shocked to learn that. Well, I guess I'll just have to prove it to you then.
I really wish you could.
Why don't we sit down?
Thank you.
Now then, let's see. It was Christmas Eve. You were 5. No, you were 6. Living in Houston, Texas.
Houston, that's right.
Mm-hmm. You sneaked in and caught me under the tree.
How would you know that? I mean, I thought that was my grandfather.
Your father was very ill at the time.
Yeah, he died 3 months later.
I know that. You remember that Christmas Eve very clearly then, don't you, Claudia?
Yes.
You asked me to trade your gifts for a fishing rod you had seen at Abercrombie and Fitch, I believe. It was there Christmas morning, Claudia, wasn't it? With a big green ribbon around it. And a little reindeer card that said, "To Dad, love, Claudia." For the best dad a kid could ever have.
I remember. Santa. I didn't believe. Oh, Santa.
Thank goodness we were able to straighten this thing out.
Excuse me, Papa.
Yeah.
Oscar just brought this message from the weather station.
Oh, I see the weather's cleared. You know, I was planning on giving you a tour tomorrow, but with the explosions today, I think Ed should get you back immediately.
I agree. I know they don't plan on dynamiting until after the 1st, but I should talk to them right away.
I hate to say this, but they may not believe you.
course they will. Michael will. We've never lied to each other.
Well, if you should have any problems, I'm going to give you this prototype of a children's communicator that we've been developing.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful. Children all over the world will be able to talk to each other, and it automatically translates for them.
Ed dropped the other prototype and broke it. The factory's making a new one right away. Should be ready as soon as possible. Then you'll be able to contact me anytime you wish.
And I have something for you, too, dear. Please take it.
How nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Claudia. I know I'm leaving this whole matter in very good hands.
Daddy? Where's Daddy? Daddy, we got something to tell you. Hey, Dad! Dad? Wake up! Dad!
Oh, thank heavens. Thank heavens. Are you all right?
We're great. Right here about Santa Claus.
Santa Claus? We've been worried to death. We thought something terrible had happened.
Actually, something wonderful happened. Come here, Barb. Where's Mr. Baldwin?
Oh, well, he's at the office waiting for word on the short wave. You weren't kidnapped.
Oh, no. If you get these guys off to bed for me, I'll tell you all about everything.
All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. Go.
Night, Mom!
Night. Love you. Sweet dreams. So when the weather cleared, I thought we had to get back right away. The kids were furious, I can tell you. They didn't even get to see the toy factory.
The toy factory.
Yes. Look, let's go to the office right now, and I'll show you the precise place on Side A where the field is located.
Side A? Wait a minute. There's your answer. Gaylord. Gaylord planned this whole thing to keep us drilling on the wrong site.
What's that have to do with Santa Claus?
Claudia, look, you've got to understand this. You and the children, you didn't go anywhere. You were obviously given some kind of a hallucinogenic drug, and you were held right here in town.
I don't believe this. You think I dreamt the whole thing?
It does seem the best rational explanation. I mean, darling, a remote-controlled reindeer sleigh, a candy cane phone.
Well, then what about this? Santa will tell you himself.
Fine, let's call him right now.
Don't treat me like a child. I told you his communicator is broken. I see. And I bought the candy and the Christmas ornament at the store?
Darling, nobody can slow time. It's a scientific impossibility. And the city you described can't possibly exist in the Arctic Circle.
Don't you understand? Claudia, you were drugged.
Santa said you might not believe me. But it never occurred to me that you wouldn't believe me. I don't know how I feel right now, but I don't want to discuss it any further tonight. I'm very tired and I want to go to bed. Excuse me.
Honey, what matters is that you and the children are back and safe.
The fact that I never lied to you isn't enough, is it, Michael?
Sumner and I are flying up to Site B at dawn. I'll be back in time to have lunch with you.
Fine.
But I want to go with you.
I told you you can't.
Do you want to worry Dad all over again? No, but you should tell Mom.
If we do, then Dad won't let any of us go. So you see, someone has to stay here.
Yeah, but why does it always have to be the youngest? Anyway, I don't know why they won't believe us.
You heard Mr. Murdoch talking to Dad. They think we've been given some kind of hallucinogenic drug.
What's a halluc?
It's a drug that makes you imagine things.
That's dumb. Santa wouldn't give us anything like that.
I know. But right now, there's no way to make Dad and Mr. Murdoch believe any differently.
We can when Mom talks to Santa on the children's communicator.
By that time, with all the dynamiting, there might not be any North Pole City.
Why did we have to go over to IRC and take the company snowmobile? Why can't we just take ours?
Ours doesn't have a large enough fuel capacity, that's why. Okay, Dad and Mr. Murdoch have taken off. Let's go. Okay, North Pole City should be right here. All we have to do is locate the entrance.
Yeah, but what if we can't find it?
Well, we still have more than enough fuel to get back to Site B, which is right here. Are you sure we have everything? The sextant?
Yes.
Extra batteries?
Yeah, and the sandwiches.
Okay, let's get going.
Okay, everybody, breakfast is on the table. Hey! Marianne! David!
Where is everyone?
They went to warn Santa Claus. They left 2 hours ago.
What do you mean?
They left right after Dad and Mr. Murdoch. They took one of Dad's snowmobiles. They had to, Mom. They just had to. No one believes us.
Base to Apple Charlie 3. Base to Apple Charlie 3.
This is an emergency. Base to Apple Charlie 3. Come in, please.
We're jamming again. But we should be operational soon.
When? When can you start dynamiting?
Tomorrow.
Right on schedule, December 24th.
Base to Apple Charlie 3.
I'm afraid they're out on the site someplace.
I'll get the plane.
I'll go with you.
No, you keep trying to reach Michael. Tell him what happened and to get my flight plan from the center.
Base to Apple Charlie 3. Base to Apple Charlie 3.
I estimate we have about another hour. Then we can start searching for the entrance.
I've sighted snowmobile tracks. It must be them.
Good. Give me your position.
82 miles north of the BOR, heading 357 degrees.
As soon as I can reach Mr. Baldwin, I'll tell him.
The ice fog is almost on us and we're lost.
They're in an ice fog. I'm gonna land and go in on foot. I'm now 150 miles from the VOR, still heading 357 degrees.
Help! Help! Whoever just landed! Over here! I can't see anything!
David, Marianne, just stay where you are. It's Mommy, I'm coming.
We're almost over our last reported position now, Mr. Baldwin. But there's no way we're going to find her in this.
How long did you last out here?
Well, atmospheric conditions remain the way they are now. Maybe a week.
Well, let's get back to Site B.
Okay.
I want to get as many surface vehicles in here as possible.
I was so scared. How did you find us?
We were lucky we fixed the children's communicator so quickly. When we heard your calls on it, I just followed the signal into the ice fog.
Santa's coming. Santa's coming. Santa's coming. Santa Claus is coming.
Wow, that ice fog seems to be getting worse and worse. Reminds me of the one we had in 1803. That one socked us up so badly I wasn't able to make my deliveries until December 27th. Really botched up Christmas that year, I can tell you. Oh, the dynamiting has been canceled, hasn't it?
I'm afraid not. As far as I know, they plan on clearing Site B right after the new year. I told you, no one believed us.
I see. Well, then, I'm just going to have to do what I should have done in the first place. Prove it to Michael myself. Where's Ed? Ed?
We should be ready to blast those jams about 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Good. I'm going back into town. Listen, if you talk to Michael, tell him I asked about his family, huh?
Yeah. I sure hope he finds them.
Let's face it, Craig, he doesn't have much of a chance.
Are you coming back tomorrow?
No.
Well, you're gonna miss a terrific explosion. We're setting off so much dynamite, it's gonna look like an atomic bomb.
Okay, Jack. Get up on the people transporter, Ed. I'm going to beam you over to the weather station. I want hourly reports on that ice fog.
Ready, Santa.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Ed told me you wanted to know how I delivered presents to inaccessible locations. Well, that's how it's done. Set my controls, jump on the platform of the presents, and quick as a wink, I'm whisked inside right next to the tree.
Come on, Donner, come on.
Donner, Blitzen, Dasher, and Dancer? I still don't believe it. Just like the poem.
The Night Before Christmas, one of my favorites. Named all my reindeer after that poem.
Can they really fly when they have to?
Oh, every Christmas Eve. That is, with the help of their anti-gravitational harnesses. Well, actually, my sleigh has been completely self-propelled for many years. Of course, the reindeer don't know that. Oh, it'd break their little hearts if they didn't pull it on Christmas Eve.
The people transporter. Maybe you could just beam us back home.
I'm afraid not, Claudia. Doesn't have anywhere near that kind of range. Well, let's get over to the chalet and have Martha set you up for the night.
Okay.
You kids must be hungry.
You didn't find them, did you?
No, but we will.
I have search parties working around the clock.
Mr. Baldwin, Mr. Murdoch asked me to tell you to meet him at the hotel as soon as you got in.
Dad,
Yes, son.
I really hate Mr. Murdoch. If he believed Mom and us, none of this would have happened.
Now, don't start that again.
But it did happen. Why won't you believe me?
For once and for all, there is no Santa Claus. There's no elves, there's no Mrs. Claus, there's no time machine.
Then what did happen?
You were all drugged. A bad man by the name of Gaylord drugged all of you, and you had some funny dreams. I get to sleep. We have to get up very early in the morning.
Are you still working for me?
Yeah,
Did you get my message?
I did. I thought it could wait till morning. Anyway, I didn't want to leave my son alone.
Look, I know what you're going through, but back off, kid, will you, please? I got problems of my own. I'm flying out of here tomorrow to meet Mr. Idiot Fred Haley on that Kenya mess. I'll be back late tomorrow night. I want to know right now, just how long do you plan on going on with this search?
Until I know one way or the other.
50 men on my payroll till you know one way or the other. You've got till tomorrow, and that's it.
Sumner, you don't take any responsibility for all this, do you? CB is right. You were too tough on Claudia.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. You were too tough on her.
Realistic, not tough. Just as realistic as you were. No, I mean it, kid. You've got till the end of the day tomorrow. Period.
Good morning.
Hello.
How did all of you sleep?
Well, I would have slept a lot better if everyone knew we were safe.
I know how you feel, Claudia. Well, I sure hope we have our communication system working this morning. That ice fog better lift by this afternoon.
Boy, am I hungry.
Now, we're going to have to rush our breakfast this morning.
That's right. We've got a lot to do before I start making my deliveries tonight. If I can make them.
Here he is, Harold. It's Faulkner about Site A. He just missed you at the office.
Yeah, Harold.
The rigs are still jammed. We're gonna have to dynamite again, Mike.
If Murdoch finds out I'm dynamiting at Site A again, he'll know I'm not following his orders.
That's for sure. I think we better follow his orders and abandon the site.
No, go ahead and dynamite.
Okay.
And Harold.
Yep.
I didn't tell you about Murdoch's orders. Over and out. Thanks.
But we're gonna find them this time, Dad. I know we are.
I think so too, son. I'm praying we do.
They've gotta be there. That's where Mom landed.
We're doing everything we can.
No, you're not. You're gonna blow up North Pole City today for no reason. And maybe that's where they are. You're gonna ruin Christmas forever.
What is that? Never seen anything so huge.
That's one of my storage satellites, David. I'm usually responsible for all those UFO sightings on Christmas Eve.
Storage satellites?
That's right, Marianne. Each satellite contains all the presents for one area. Now then, with the amount of children in the world today, I couldn't possibly fly back and forth like I used to, now could I?
Of course not.
This way, I can reload on the spot. There you go. Good. This is Dr. Fernando, head of our research and development and manager of our toy factory.
I'm delighted. I'm delighted.
How's the loading of the satellites coming, Dr. Fernando?
Excellent. 10 of them are already loaded. 10 of them.
Good, good.
What's really good is Pal. The first production model came off the line this morning. Wait here. Wait here. I'll show you. Wait here.
Pal is our favorite new toy for Christmas future.
Hello, Pal.
Hello.
I'm Marianne.
Hello, Marianne. Do you know any jokes?
I know a riddle.
Riddles? Oh, I love riddles. Ask me one.
Okay, let me see. It's black and white and has 16 wheels.
A zebra on roller skates?
Right. How did you know that?
Because I have over 100 riddles stored in my memory.
Among other things, the Pal has been designed to help you with your homework. Oh, yes. But it won't give you the answers. No, no. Oh, no. It won't. Positively not. It helps, but it will not cheat.
Well, Dr. Fernando, I'll join these folks for a quick look at the factory. Then I've got to get over to the stables and do a final pre-flight on my sleigh.
Yes, yes. Of course. Absolutely.
Gotta be ready by Christmas Eve. Gotta be ready by Christmas Eve. And it's gotta be made with love. Gotta be ready by Christmas Eve. Gotta be ready by Christmas Eve. And it's gotta be made with love. Put a bell on the bike, put a smile on the dolly. Gotta be ready by Christmas Eve. To hurry to work with the old man Tolly. Gotta be ready by Christmas Eve. We build dreams to fly on Christmas morning. And they gotta be made with love. Gotta be ready by Christmas Eve. 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 And they gotta be made with love.
The 11th satellite is almost loaded.
Wonderful, wonderful. The 11th satellite is almost loaded. Almost loaded. You'll be able to take off right on schedule, Santa.
Good, good.
Santa? Mr. Santa! The ice fall's lifting.
Wonderful. Just in time, too. Oh, no, they're starting to dynamite again.
Then it must be on Side A.
I hate to tell you this, Santa, but Jim in the radar room is picking up a lot of activity on Site B, too.
What kind of activity?
He thinks they're large vehicles. A whole bunch of large vehicles moving in there.
What are they?
Explosive carriers.
Oh, no, they're not going to dynamite there on Christmas Eve, are they?
We'll blast in 35 minutes. Tell all the men to clear the site. It'll be a go at 4 o'clock sharp.
Sir.
Son. We're gonna go right back up and search again tomorrow.
We've got to find them, Daddy. We've just got to.
I'm gonna go over and drop these papers off at Mr. Murdoch's hotel. I'll be right back.
Dad?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Hello?
Thank you, operator. Hello? Hello, CB? Where's your father? Well, try and catch him. One of the rigs just came in on Side A, and it looks like we hit the biggest damn oil field you ever saw.
Daddy! 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 Mr. Faulkner's on the phone. There's oil on Side A. The biggest damn oil field you ever saw.
I knew it! I knew it hit oil there!
But don't you see? That proves Mom's right about Santa Claus. The oil is exactly where he said it was. Not near North Pole City.
It proves there's oil on Site A. That's all.
But don't you see? You believed it was there and you were right.
6 minutes.
Counting down. 5 minutes, 54 seconds.
Dad, please listen to me. I promise to never ask you for anything again. I promise, I promise. Please listen to me.
I guess I haven't listened to you much lately, have I?
No, Dad.
All right, I'm listening.
If you believed this about Santa Claus, you'd be right, too. And Santa might have rescued Mom, David, and Mary Ann. What if they're in North Pole City when you dynamite Site B?
Okay, I'll cancel the dynamiting until we take another look up there. Now, you wait for me in the house.
Hello? CB? Mike? Anybody?
2 minutes.
Still counting down. 1 minute, 55 seconds.
Base to Site B, do you read me? You believe this? Base to Site B, this is an emergency.
1 minute, 30 seconds.
Terminate the countdown, do you read me? Terminate the countdown.
I read you, Mike. Terminate the countdown.
$55, $54, $53, $52, $51, $42, $41, $40, $39, $38, $34, $33, $32, $31, $30, $29, $28, $27, $26, $25, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. This is it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Terminate! Terminate! Terminate that countdown! Stop! Michael just radioed! We struck the big one on Site A!
Dad,
Yes?
you still don't believe we were Santa Claus, do you?
I stopped the dynamiting, didn't I?
Yes. That still doesn't mean you believe.
I wish I could. I really do.
But it was real. I know it was real. And if it wasn't, then there's no chance that Santa rescued them.
Excuse me. Can I get you two something before I leave?
Maybe some ice cream?
No, thanks.
Well, I'm off to church services. I'll see you tomorrow.
Night, Hedda. You want to open one of your presents? I understand.
Dad, can I sleep with you tonight?
Of course you can. What's the matter?
Listen.
What?
The reindeer's bells. The reindeer's bells. I know I heard them.
Oh, what happened?
Oh. Here, hold this. We got to ride in the sleigh, CB. Santa just dropped us off. But I wanted to see him. He didn't have time. Think of all the deliveries he has to make.
Who?
What?
What happened?
I had Santa Claus's communicator with me, and it does work. So now maybe you'll believe me.
I'll never doubt you again.
I knew it. I knew Santa would rescue you. You should have seen Santa Claus. And the reindeer. Santa was right about the oil, too. They discovered it exactly where he said it was.
Oh, I knew you would. That's wonderful.
Wow, this is the greatest Christmas ever. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Wow, what is that?
He's a robot, and his name is Pal. And he's your Christmas present from Santa.
Hi, Mr. Baldwin. You know any riddles? Watch it.
All right, we're gonna have this out right now. Why did you stop clearing Site B?
Excuse me.
Wait a second. Claudia. Kids, so the search party did find you.
Hi, Mr. Murdoch. You know any riddles?
What is that?
That's a Christmas present from Santa Claus.
What?
Mommy, come and look at these presents.
Who told you about Site B?
Harold Faulkner. I radioed him from the office as soon as I got in.
Did he tell you anything else?
No, I didn't have a chance. I came right on over here.
We struck a gigantic field on Site A.
Just what Santa said.
You came in on Site A?
Through no fault of yours, Mr. Murdoch.
What is that?
That's Santa Claus.
There he is, Sumner. There he really is.
I can't believe it. Santa Claus. I can't believe it.
Goodbye, Santa. Everything. See you next year.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Ed.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Congratulations, Michael. You're in for a big promotion. You're going to get a bigger house. You're going to get a big bonus.
Thanks, but you can keep the promotion.
Oh, no. Listen, Michael, you deserve it, kid. You deserve it.
I know I do, but you can consider this my resignation.
Oh, no. You're going to think differently about it. In the morning, I'll talk to you then, huh?
We're all going back to Los Angeles permanently next week.
If you believe enough in someone, your love will send the spirit flying. They might change the future in their newfound wings.
You good, children?
If you believe enough.
Goodbye, Claudia. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
The love you give will grow until the whole world sings. If you believe enough, if you believe enough, if you If you believe enough in someone, believe the magic they are trying. The love you give will grow until the whole world sings. If you believe enough. Love has shown us time can fly. The nights are seldom long enough, or so it seems. But love can also show the world and make the night an endless home for all your dreams. If you believe enough in someone, your love will send their spirit flying. They might change the future with their newfound wings. If you
So that
Drill team. I think there's a few genies in there by the look of them.
Now, I have a suspicion that this drill team has just returned from Tokyo, and they've been marching and drilling all the way from Darwin right down to... Is that right, Joe?
Well, I do know that they've been the world champions for the 12th consecutive time, and I can see why.
Absolutely. The precision is fantastic.
What about the costumes? They're just absolutely beautiful.
Do you think those hats would keep much sun off, Jane?
Off your earlobes, I think, and off the back of your neck by the look of them.
Yeah. It's so good to see so many people wearing hats today on this wonderful sunny day. And did you notice that the police cadets are helping people put cream on their nose?
I saw that. Today is the day that the police cadets come out and they learn to deal with the public, and what a wonderful way to do it. They make sure the children keep their toes behind the honour line. And as we saw earlier, as Grant and I were sitting here, they were actually helping the kids put the UV cream on their nose. Do you know the drill team have been doing this all the way through the streets of Adelaide? What a high energy level they must have.
It's not easy work, I must say that, for the wonderful people who take part in the Christmas pageant. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work as well.
Well, it's official. This is the official start of the 1993 Christmas pageant.
The pageant has begun, and it means that Santa's not too far away. Oh, Joan, I'm getting excited already.
Can you control yourself?
Well, I hope so. I hope so for your sake.
I do too. I do too. The beautiful bright colours that appeal to everyone, especially the children. And some of the bright characters we're going to see today.
Look at those lucky people that are able to sit up there on the top of that float. I wish I could.
What a fantastic view they have up there.
Oh, yes, hello. Hello, everyone.
Isn't it great seeing all the hats as well? I think it's fantastic.
Hello there.
How about a smile? I wonder if they're going to... There's a smile.
Look at that.
Oh, a naughty, naughty clown.
Now, the clowns have lots of jobs to do in the Christmas pageant, don't they, Jane?
Well, if any of the floats break down, they actually have to push them along or push them out the way. Or if there's a time gap, they have to fill the space up and make sure that the pageant flows very smoothly. There's also the marshals, the people you see in the blue uniform. They make sure that the pageant runs to time.
Next, Jane, is my favourite float in all of the pageant Queen. And this year, the pageant queen is Penny McEwen, who works at the Marion store.
And with her are the pageant princesses. Doesn't Penny look beautiful?
Yes, I was chatting to Penny early this morning.
I noticed.
It was fantastic. Hi, Pen.
Lots of happy faces. And with her are Kendall Crowe, Nicole Smith, Melissa Sherman and Sue Sheeny.
And they are, of course, the pageant queen's handmaidens. The Rotunda Band, an old Christmas pageant favourite.
And a foot-tapping Dixieland band atop this wonderful float. And there's young Keith in the background there. I was wondering what he was doing since he stopped reading the news. He's having a fun time. Looking very relaxed and happy there. Hi, Keith. They sound great and they look great too.
Do you think Keith Conlon was in the 1933 pageant, Jane? Was he here then?
No, let me do a quick mental calculation. No.
I think he made it for about
maybe
35.
the year after,
yeah,
yes.
That's right.
This is the Choo Choo Zoo. This is lots of fun. A train load of animals.
Now, I think I can see ostriches there.
And an elephant.
Great big elephant who looks like he's grown out of his carriage.
And they've all got their best hats on today.
It's circus time on pageant day, Jane, and look at that man's long legs.
They're very, very long, and look at his beautiful shiny black shoes. There's one of the drivers. That's an interesting vehicle, an old tractor.
Isn't it?
All the fun of the big top. And there's a penguin.
Oh, a funny-looking bird behind him.
Yes. And there's the girls who have the ice creams and toffee apples.
I love going to the circus, Jane, do you?
I think it's very enjoyable. Look at the brown bear. I hope it's a friendly brown bear.
So do I.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Clown.
Oh, hello, Nellie.
Nellie the elephant.
It's lovely to see you again.
And Nellie the elephant has been in the parade for many, many years.
Oh, there's a happy face. Those big brown eyes.
Yo, Jack!
Hi, Jack. How you going? Oh, he's had his teeth, new porcelain fillings, I think.
I think he's had his braces taken off. His bands have come off, and his teeth are looking fantastic. What a smiley fellow he is.
I mean, you couldn't help but laugh seeing a face like that.
That's right. I think he needs a bigger hat, though.
Yes, he might get a bit of sunburn on top there if he's not careful. This is the Toyland Fleet. Oh, that's a happy face. Beautiful sailor suits. Actually, they're a little bit too far south. The River Torrens is a bit further to the north, isn't it?
Yes, it's a very dry run this year on pageant day. A little tugboat out of water, but it's being driven by a cat. How fabulous! And following the Toyland Fleet... Oh, hello, Mr. Clown.
And the away. Come on, move along.
Following the Toyland fleet is the 1027th Battalion South Australian Regiment Band.
Don't they look spectacular?
I like their hats, Jane.
I like their jackets. They're very smart indeed. There's so much sunshine. It's such a beautiful day. We couldn't ask for better weather. Not a cloud to be seen in the sky.
There are literally hundreds of thousands of people who have come down here today to see Father Christmas. I hope he turns up, Jane.
Well, they say about 300,000 people.
My goodness!
And there's just 3 of them. Oh, this is the Toyland playground. Do you like going to the playground?
I love it. I love it.
The seesaw, the swings.
The funny-looking mouse.
I've never seen anyone like that at the playground I go to.
Neither have I, thank goodness.
A beautiful little train and some fairies. Oh, look at the happy, happy, smiling faces. The colours are just beautiful. It's
Aren't
just
they
perfect today. It really is. Lots of balloons and lots of hats.
Oh my goodness, look at this giant rocking horse.
You'd need a very large bedroom to put one of those in, wouldn't you?
You would, and doesn't that knight look tiny up there?
Yes.
That knight's actually 10 foot tall.
I don't believe
No,
you.
really, Jane, it just gives you some idea about how big some of these floats are.
I hope he's hanging on tight.
Yes! Now there's somebody who is very tall.
Very
Gulliver.
I'm glad he's sitting down.
So am I. Okay. I think Gulliver's a little bit tied up at the moment. It seems that he's been tied... Oh!
He's telling that little person off, I think.
I think he might have
I don't
been.
know why. They had their toes behind that blue line.
Goodo. Yeah, there's Gulliver. Look, he's been tied up by all those little people. He doesn't seem too unhappy about it.
No, he looks a little worried, but not too bad.
No, I think he just knows that Father Christmas is going to turn up soon.
He's looking around, taking it all in.
Oh, this is a bit scary, Jane.
The Trojan chariot. Oh, they're smiling. Look, he's quite handsome, that fellow, that soldier there.
Is that Helen? Is that Helen of Troy with him? Perhaps not.
Perhaps not. But
Perhaps
they look very smart. And I think their swords are quite blunt.
Oh, I don't think they're real swords, are they, Jane?
No, I think they're just like play ones.
Oh,
so.
good.
Uh-oh. Right behind the Trojans are the Vikings.
That's Father Christmas.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, Jane. It's Father Christmas.
I think it's Father Christmas's cousin.
Oh, right.
From Scandinavia.
Ah, of course. Waving to all the happy people here.
Hello.
Quite a magnificent beard, Mr. Viking.
Isn't it lovely seeing everyone get into the spirit of the pageant, being happy and having a great time?
Well, you were saying to me earlier, Jane, how all the staff of John Martin's and the State Bank absolutely love being a part of the pageant.
Well, when we were doing the interviews, none of them said no. They were all very happy to be involved. And here we have the South Australian Pipe Band Association massed bands. This includes the Clan Gordon Pipe Band, the Mount Barker Caledonian Society Pipe Band, the Narracourt Highland Pipe Band, Penola District Caledonian Pipe Band, a lot of them here, and the Port Augusta Caledonian Society Pipe Band.
And all together, they make a giant pipe band. You know, Jane, for me, the pipes are really a part of the Christmas pageant. We so rarely get to hear the sound of the pipes, and on pageant day, it's such a welcome relief to hear them.
Well, it certainly wouldn't be the same without the bands. They really make it. In fact, there's 14 bands in this year's pageant. And in the very first pageant, back in 1933, there were 4 bands, so we've grown.
It's become a much bigger gig.
Well, there were 8 floats and 4 bands at the first pageant.
Now, this is the Gypsy Caravan.
Have you ever had your fortune told?
I have.
Was it good?
No, it wasn't good.
We won't talk about that.
No, we won't.
We're now to one of my favourite cities in the world.
Off to Italy!
To Venice. I think it's very romantic.
I think it is too. I wonder if they're selling pizza on that gondola. Because I wouldn't mind a pizza right now.
Oh, I'd rather... The clowns are giving out these beautiful bright pink balloons. They're very naughty.
Oh, off to the Wild West.
This is the mule train. The characters who helped to open up the Old West of the USA. Oh, bouncing along here with Calypso Capers.
Would you like a dance, Jane?
You did that very well.
They actually asked me to be on this float, and I had to say no, I can't.
You didn't fit into the midriff top. Hello, they're calling out hello to everyone. Bright and colourful, isn't it?
It's such an international flavour here at the Johnny's Pageant.
Well, that's how South Australia is, isn't it? We have people from all over the world living here.
Absolutely.
And also visiting here at this time of the year. Peppy Porcupine.
One of my favourite dudes in the whole pageant because I just love his haircut.
How does he do that?
A lot of gel, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of gel.
I'd say litres of gel. I wonder if he can brush it out at night when he goes to bed. It'd be rather uncomfortable, wouldn't it?
It's a very groovy poncho he's wearing too.
That's all we'll look too, isn't it?
It is today.
This is the Marananga Brass Band. Very smart today in the dark green.
Now there's a fish out of water, Jane.
I think they're looking for the river torrents as well.
I think they must be.
Oh, lovely, colourful sea creatures.
No, wait a moment, that's a mermaid.
Yes.
Oh, and a whale, look at that.
It's huge.
And who is that sitting on top of the whale?
That is King Neptune.
My old mate King Neptune, who wouldn't tell me where Father Christmas was. Thanks, Nappers.
He's another cousin of Father Christmas.
Yes, they're all related.
Yeah, they're all related.
Oh, yes.
It's really great.
They're great mates, too.
I wonder where he was this morning when we were all looking for him.
Well, you see, he just doesn't turn up until the very last second. He lets us enjoy all these beautiful floats and then turns up at the very last moment and we all get so excited about it.
Sounds like we're off to Hawaii. I think it's fantastic. These characters have been doing this all through the streets of Adelaide for a very long time now, and it's still bright and smiling.
Well, I'd like to send a big aloha to all the people who are enjoying this telecast.
All over Australia?
Absolutely. To everyone in Australia, aloha. A big Hawaiian greeting.
Some beautiful big birds there. The ones up on the perches. And look, those clowns, they get in everywhere, don't they?
I think
they're very, very naughty.
They are. They're a bit too naughty for my liking.
I think you'd make a good clown.
Oh, do you think
Yes,
so?
I do.
I think you're absolutely right. My mother says that all the time.
I bet she does. Who's this, Grant?
This is Captain Ocker, the rollicking, fun-loving octopus. Oh, I hope he doesn't grab me with one of those tentacles.
Well, what about his beak? That's more ferocious than anything I've ever seen.
Well, let's hope he doesn't squirt ink at us. No, it's okay. He hasn't got a pen. That's all right.
Oh, that's good. I wonder what he can see.
He might be able to see Father Christmas.
No, he's looking the wrong way. I think Father Christmas is the other way.
Ah, right.
Everyone's waving and saying hello to each other. The marshals you can see in the background there. This is the Froggy Choir. Now, I know that you can sing with a frog in your voice.
I certainly can. But
I
boy,
can't
can these guys sing.
I can't sing at all. And even though they've been practicing for many months, they're still having trouble getting the right key.
Joan, do you close your eyes when you sing like these little froggies here?
It's a bit hard to have a shower with your eyes closed, isn't it? That's the only place I sing. Well, I heard there's a big race on today.
There is.
Is this the one?
Two people, or two animals, the hare and the tortoise, and I know who I'd like to back. I think the tortoise would win every time.
Well, if you know that wonderful story, you know
So the story goes.
Slowly and surely does it. Yes, the hare that's very sure of himself and doesn't quite get there.
I think that hare might be a couch potato. He spends too much time in front of the telly. Which reminds me, I'd like to say a big hello to all the couch potatoes who are watching the 1993 John Martin State Bank Christmas Pageant.
We hope you're really enjoying this today.
There's a little mouse who's enjoying it. And one of my favourite bands of the pageant, Jane, the Nuriopa Town Band.
They all sound fantastic, don't they?
They certainly do.
In town from the Barossa Valley, it's great having people from all over South Australia being involved in the pageant. Woo! I can hear a sort of
an Eastern mystical feel coming along, Jane.
Sort of,
this is a brand new float. Aladdin's lamp. And there's the genie.
A beautiful lamp.
And there's Aladdin. I can see Aladdin holding the lamp.
Lots of princesses. Beautiful colours and costumes.
That's Aladdin.
He's only little, isn't he?
He's tiny.
He's so little next to the genie.
I'd like a genie, Jane.
Oh, would you?
Yes, I would.
And in the background is the snake charmer. And there's a marshal making sure everyone's walking in step and in time.
You have to do whatever the marshals tell you, don't you?
Absolutely. Even the clowns do.
Yeah. Oh, there's a snake. Oh, I get frightened when I see snakes. Do you think they'll jump off that float and get me? I hope not.
Everything in the pageant is very friendly. This is the one day everyone is friendly.
And of course, a lot of the things aren't actually real, are they? I mean, you know, like some of the snakes aren't really snakes.
Oh, well, they look very real to me. They look very real to me.
Oh, no, they're not frightening at all.
There's big snakes and little snakes. Oh, there's some clowns. There's some clowns brightening everyone up. I can hear a band or something in the background. I can hear some really boppy music there.
This is Bronte the Brontosaurus.
Do you think he's been and seen that movie that's around at the moment?
Jurassic Park? I think he's in it.
Really?
I think so.
I think he's one of the friendly ones.
Although he doesn't look to be terribly well. He's got covered in spots.
I hope he hasn't got dinosaur measles. And that music we heard before was coming from the hippo's hot tub. Splish splash, he's taking a bath.
And what a great day to take a bath on. This warm, sunny day. I think that hot tub would be just fantastic.
Yes, it'd come out all wrinkly afterwards because everyone likes to be really nice and clean for Father Christmas when he arrives.
Is he here yet, Jane? Is he here yet?
He's not far away. He's coming closer and closer.
Hello, Bumblebee.
A lot of bees around this time of the year in spring. And they're working very hard collecting the nectar from the flowers to make the honey to fill this huge pot.
It's the South Australian Pipe Band Association Mass Bands.
And who's in this, Grant?
Shall I tell you, Jane?
Yeah, I was hoping you would.
The Adelaide Highland Pipe Band, the Adelaide Irish Pipe Band, the Gawler and Districts Pipe Band, and the Nollunga City Pipe Band Incorporated, all making up the South Australian Pipe Band Association Mass Band. What a mouthful that is.
It sure is, and they sound great with it.
Another one of my pageant favourites, Jane.
I think you could relate to this quite well, couldn't you?
Scoop the steam shovel.
Full of steam and hot air.
I thought you were going to say full of gravel.
No, it's the hot air that I think you could relate to very well. I hope he's not trying to do anything to the road today. Maybe he's going down to the Grand Prix track to make sure that that's all nice and smooth for the big race tomorrow. And there's Jeff Coles in the background. He's having a great time.
Hello, Mr. Coles. He always has a great time, doesn't he?
This is his last official pageant today.
Oh, no.
And he's smiling and getting into the swing of it.
Oh, there's Jane. Hi, Jane.
I'm not blonde.
Oh. It's Raggedy Ann.
She's been around for a while.
Hasn't she?
Great. She's aged very well, our Raggedy Ann. And lots of friends to help us, lots of dolls. One with silver hair there and red hair.
Oh, my old mate, Pinocchio.
Look at that nose. He's
I
been a
know.
naughty, naughty boy.
I think he must have been telling fibs, you know.
Oh, well, you'd never do that, would you?
Well, no, because I have such a small nose.
Yes, it's a rather nice nose, I must say.
You can obviously tell that I've never told a fib in my whole life.
Why have you got your fingers crossed behind your back?
Oh, no, I think my nose just grew then.
There's the wood carver.
Can you see Geppetto anywhere? Oh, Jiminy Cricket. There's Jiminy Cricket.
And there's Pinocchio's dad.
Hello, Geppetto.
The wood carver. And in amongst all that is the good fairy as well. Old King Cole was a merry old soul.
And what a merry old soul he is.
He's another cousin of Father Christmas.
Well, they all share the same barber, I think.
Is that right?
Yes, I think so.
He's not very good at trimming beards, I'd say.
No. We don't do beards.
We don't do beards. That's why they've all got long beards.
There's his pipe. There's his bowl. And I wonder where his fiddler's three are. Oh, there they are.
And he's kicked off his slippers. He's got very regal socks on. There's the fiddler's three. And Bertie Bookworm, he is so busy reading, he hasn't even noticed the pageant has started.
Bertie, look up! Bertie, you're in the pageant.
He's reading a book called A Pageant Story. Hi, Bertie.
That would be very exciting.
Look over this way. And all the different stories there, Aladdin, Mother Goose, Treasure Island. You like that one?
Oh, that's my favourite.
Oh, look at that clown, that poor dog. What's it doing to the dog? I don't know. This is the Marion City Brass Band and Mass Bands. It's very pretty, isn't it?
Terrific. I love the bands, Jane. I love the bands. It's one of my favourite parts of the pageant.
Oh, now if you were in the pageant, this would be a good job for you, the back end of the camel.
Yes, yes. I was asked to do that this year.
That would be a hard job. You wouldn't get to see very much, would you?
No, and I think it'd be quite warm. But then camels are used to the heat.
You'd need a nice long cold drink after doing that job.
You surely would.
Well, he's come a long way today. He's come all the way from Central Australia to be in our pageant.
And hello to everybody in Central Australia who's watching the 1993 Christmas pageant.
There's many children who belong to School of the Air and all those sorts of things that only get to see the pageant by watching and listening to us. So a special welcome to you today.
Hello to everyone in the territory.
There's a sticky face. Farmyard frolics this time.
I feel like a bit of a frolic, a bit of a dance, a bit of a jig.
Well, they've been doing this all through the streets of Adelaide.
I think they're doing a square dance, Jane.
They've done this for almost 3 kilometres now. It's a long, long way. Dancing and clapping along.
Dancing.
Oh, look at that tractor. I mean, I can't believe it's made the distance, can you?
There's a windmill on the Farmyard Frolic Float. Farmyard Frolic Float.
Do you know all the vehicles in the pageant? It takes 2 mechanics, 2 weekends to blow up all the tyres, and they have to check all the brakes as well, because you wouldn't want an accident in the middle of the pageant.
I hadn't thought about all the tyres. Oh, wouldn't it be awful if you got a blowout?
Well, they only move at 65 metres per minute.
Right.
But even so, if 2 of them got very close together, it could be quite terrible.
You'd have to call in the clowns, wouldn't you?
Yes. Aussie Beach Day. It's a good beach day today.
This is a fantastic beach day.
All the beautiful Australian animals. I've never seen a koala at the beach, though.
Oh, I have.
Have you?
Oh, yes, they love to surf.
Or what do kangaroos like to do?
They body surf.
Do
mostly,
they?
Yeah.
Oh, what about, I know what the wombats like to do. The wombats like to make sandcastles.
Yeah,
They're really good at digging.
They don't like to go near the water at all.
No, but they're very good at digging.
Wouldn't it be great fun to rock?
That's the carnival bus, and on the carnival bus are some of the original people who were in the very first pageant 60 years ago.
Isn't that terrific?
They're doing it in comfort today. And in the background there we can hear the John Reynolds drum corps.
They had their first pageant last year. And they look really excited to be back here again this year.
Well, John Reynolds, who set all this up, was in the pageant 28 years ago, and then recently he set up this group, which are doing a really good job. They've performed at the Australia Day Parade, Anzac Day March, done lots of fantastic things. They're very noisy.
Aren't they? Now, here's a great friend of mine, Humpty Dumpty. Hi, Humpty.
Oh, be careful, please, Humpty. I'd hate all that egg to go over the road.
It could end up as a great big omelette here on Pageant Day.
Actually, we haven't had breakfast, have we?
No, we haven't.
Scrambled eggs or an omelette would go down very well at the moment.
There's all the King's horses and all the King's men.
Oh, don't they look smart in their
Don't
beautiful
they?
blue costumes? All the beautiful nursery characters, all the wonderful songs and stories.
Don't fall, Humpty, don't
No,
fall.
be very, very careful. Oh, they're groovy, aren't they? Those
Very clever
sunglasses.
person wearing sunglasses.
You can actually see the reflection in the sunglasses.
Yes, you
Isn't that
can.
great? Mother Goose. And all those beautiful stories. With her are the cow jumping over the moon, Hickory Dickory Dock, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Little Miss Muffet, Bo Peep, and all the storybooks that every boy and girl loves to read.
I wonder if Miss Muffet's sitting on her tuffet. Do you think so?
Oh, I don't know, but look at that cow go over the
Go
moon.
over the moon,
I'd have a
yes.
headache doing that.
It made the little dog laugh. Look at that giant rabbit. That's the magic box.
What's your favourite number?
My favourite number would have to be about 3, I'd say.
Where's my favourite number 2?
Oh, how fantastic. Well, let's go and talk to that girl because she's a 3. It's the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and look at that giant hat.
Isn't it wonderful?
And there he is. There's the Mad Hatter.
A cup of tea would go down really well, along with that scrambled eggs. We could have our own little pageant menu going,
Eggs
couldn't we?
and tea. How lovely. There's a little person eating their finger.
Yes, he's hungry too.
Oh, I'd love a hat like that, Jane. I'd love a hat like that.
And there's flamingos round the bottom.
But my hat would have to have all those people on it as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, it'd be great.
It'd be very heavy.
Yeah.
And it's only 2 and 6, which is about 25 cents on a new scale. This is the Mitcham City Brass Band. There's Jeff Coles.
And beautiful Christmas tunes come alive on Pageant Day, don't they, Jane?
They certainly do. You almost feel like singing along, but I wouldn't inflict that on anyone.
I think I might start right now. 1, 2. No, I wouldn't do that to anybody.
I can see a kilt. A very large kilt.
Oh, hey, it's Scotty the dog. Hello, Scotty.
Scotty's always getting lost. Every year he does this. He doesn't know where to take the high road or the low road.
Well, I'm glad he's taken this road today, Jane.
Hello, Scotty. He's specially groomed his coat today. He looks very beautiful.
He looks very happy too.
Oh, yes. A couple of lassies behind him there. Oh, this is one of the new floats this year. Do you know, the pageant never gets bigger, it just gets better.
So I've heard. So I've heard.
St. George and the... Oh, wow.
Breathing fire.
Do you think he's really fierce?
Oh, no, I wouldn't say
Are you
so.
sure?
Oh, yes, absolutely. A friendly dragon.
Well, there's St. George. I love his outfit.
G'day, George.
Hey, hello, over this way. Hello. I hope that camera person's careful. They might get run over by the dragon.
Do you think St. George's armour would be heavy?
Oh, absolutely.
I think it would be.
It's very real.
Yeah.
Yes, he's very impressed up there, waving to everyone. Yes, he's going to defeat the dragon. This is the Enchanted Castle, the fantasy world where children have found themselves and lots of beautiful things to see. Dragons and gnomes and ladybird people living underneath the giant mushrooms. Oh, look, there's a little baby mushroom. That's a champignon. Oh, there's some dragons as well.
Now, I wonder if some of these elves or gnomes might know where Father Christmas is.
Look, I think they would, and I think we're getting very close to all those sort of Christmas things.
Oh, Jane, I can hardly contain myself.
I think we're very, very close.
Look at this. This is a sleigh ride. It is Father Christmas. Oh, no, he's not there. Oh.
No, this is the sleigh ride. The traditional Christmas card scene.
I thought that might have been Father Christmas's sleigh.
No, his is much bigger and much better and much faster.
Of course it
is. His is a V8.
Ah.
It's just the right temperature today for that snow not to melt. It's not too hot.
We're very lucky.
Yeah, we're going to be very lucky today.
Have you ever been on a sleigh ride, Jane?
I haven't, but I'd like to.
I'd like to as well.
I think it'd be lots of fun. There's a little snowman there with a long nose. I wonder what they've made the nose out of.
A carrot.
Oh,
actually.
a carrot.
I think so. I think that's the traditional nose, is a carrot.
Hello. You can sense that something important is about to happen.
People waiting for Santa. Now, here's a fellow who doesn't want to melt at all.
The temperature is just right for our snowman today. And he's the biggest, smartest snowman I've ever seen.
Me too.
And in the background, you can hear the Australian National Brass Band. That's Hickory Dickory Dock, isn't it?
I think it is.
Isn't it great?
Well, things are starting to get very Christmassy now, Jane.
Right, look at this.
Oh.
That is the most beautiful girl. This is Christmas time. And there's someone very special on this float.
Oh, yes, now tell me.
It's Lionel Clark, and he has been, well, this year is his 36th pageant. And also his last one, because he's retired. And he was the chief ticket writer for John Martin's.
Oh, I see.
And this is his special last day. Lots of people saying goodbye this year,
There
retiring. Almost the end of an era, isn't it?
But I'm sure there'll be some fantastic new people next year,
Oh,
Jane.
yes, a fantastic foundation to be built upon.
The
Beautiful
Christmas
girls.
bells.
Oh, wouldn't
the
you love to
trees.
decorate your home like that?
Would I ever?
I wonder if that's Lionel up there. The Christmas choir, the Australian Girls Choir. Oh, they look beautiful.
Silly clown, out of the way and let us enjoy the music.
We don't want to see you. We want to see the pretty girls.
Jingle bells. Do you mind if I sing along, Jane?
I'd love you to sing along.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. I wonder if they'd let me join the choir. I don't think so, somehow.
It is called the Australian Girls Choir.
Yeah, I think that'd...
You may be able to come to some special arrangement with them.
perhaps.
Oh, I can smell something really yummy. This is very difficult seeing we're hungry this morning. The cooks are busily preparing Christmas cakes and gingerbread. Oh, my favourite. Oh, I make a very good Christmas pudding.
So I've heard.
Yes, it's very...
So I've heard.
About now is the time to get them made. It's good to make them 6 or 7 weeks before Christmas.
It's one of the most enjoyable things about Christmas is all the lovely goodies that you get to eat.
The turkey and the pies.
Oh!
And the cranberry sauce.
Oh, Jane, stop.
And the white Christmas.
No, stop. Oh! The Christmas tree's here.
Oh,
the Christmas tree's
so
here.
pretty.
Can you see my present over there?
I can see some pretty fairies.
Look at those.
Yes. Is that the girl you were talking to before, Chloe?
I think that's Chloe. Hi, Chloe.
She's 5 years old. She's lovely.
Chloe's actually a real fairy.
Is that right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
With real wings and everything?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Look at those beautiful parcels. Aren't they wrapped beautifully?
Now I think that one's for me. That green and red one's for me.
Oh.
Yes, I think it is. I can see my name. Oh, no, I can't.
What were you hoping for Christmas?
Well, I want a BMX bike and an underwater watch.
I want a new doormat.
Oh, do you?
Yes. This is the biggest Christmas stocking you will ever see. Full of every toy that every boy and girl would love to have.
Only if you're good, though, Jane. Only if you're good. If you muck around during the year like I
Can you see a doormat in there somewhere?
I think I can.
Hello.
There's a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yes, and some fairies.
You know that when we see the Christmas stocking, it means that a very important person is not too far away.
That is correct. That is right.
Juggling clowns. Hello, clowns. Oh, look at the great goodies in there.
Oh, I can see all sorts of things. A guitar.
Oh, I'd love the guitar.
A jewellery box.
Oh, I'd love the jewellery box.
Some balls.
Oh!
Lots of lovely things. A pram, a bicycle, a doll's house even.
I wonder if there's a BMX bike in there.
Oh, I wonder. This is the South Australian Pipe Band Association, and it's the Royal Caledonian Society Pipe Band and the Scotch College Pipe Band joined in together.
Let's enjoy the wonderful sound of this pipe band.
The little brown horse on its way to the Magic Cave. And do you know, if you go to the Magic Cave, you can have a ride on Nipper?
Nipper is such a pageant favourite. And the lucky person riding Nipper today is Jordan Anderton. And Jordan's 5 years old. And Jordan's mother, Julie, works at the Elizabeth John Martin store.
And is in the pageant too. What a family affair.
Yes, it is. Oh, I wish I could have a ride on Nipper.
Well, you can if you go into the Magic Cave.
Of course I can, that's right.
Everyone can have a ride on Nipper. And do you know, when we're near Nipper, we're also very near Father Christmas.
Whoa. Is that Father Christmas driving the tractor?
No, his beard's not long enough.
Ah, of course.
Oh, I can hear some special magical music.
It's getting very magical, very mystical.
And everyone's going just that little bit quiet.
I think so.
Oh, I'm so excited, Grant.
Me too.
Oh.
It's his house. It's his house. This is Stardust Castle.
Everyone needs a little bit of stardust sprinkled on their eyelids on Christmas Eve just to help you go to sleep. It's so hard to go to sleep that night, isn't it?
It's sometimes very difficult to go to sleep. I've sometimes stayed up all night.
And on the float is Belinda Walker and Trish Moore, who have come from the State Bank on Kangaroo Island at Kingscote. They've made a special trip last night.
Isn't that
on
fantastic?
The ferry, not the ferries that we've seen today, on the other sort of ferry.
Gotcha.
Just to be with us today. Lots of people come from all over South Australia. Thanks for joining us today.
Nimble! What a majestic horse Nimble is. Hello, Nimble.
And Nimble has been in the Magic Cave since 1905. It's a big week for horses, isn't it, in Australia,
it's
isn't it?
a huge week. I think Nimble might have been in the Melbourne Cup.
And the little girl's name is Lucy, and she's 6 years old, and her mum, Maria, works for the State Bank.
What a lucky girl Lucy is. What a lucky, lucky person.
And some other fairies with her as well, and a little soldier.
Who are just as lucky.
They're beautiful. All of you are lovely.
Here we have the Australian Army Band from Adelaide.
Don't they look smart? And they're
surely
red and
do.
black. Do you know, I sense that something very important is about to happen.
The ground is starting to rock, Jane. There's an atmosphere building here. People are getting excited. Children are standing up. Clowns are going nuts. And he's here. Oh, he's here, Jane. I didn't think he'd make it. He's turned up.
He always turns up.
Oh, Father Christmas, hello.
And we're all clapping and cheering. Our dear Father Christmas has arrived. Oh, hello.
Oh,
hello.
Santa. It's been a year since I saw you last. You're looking fantastic.
He never changes. He just looks beautiful, doesn't he?
He never changes. Always happy to see the people here in Adelaide.
He has on his best red jacket, his widest black belt. Oh, look at the happy... Oh, he hasn't got enough hands to wave.
He hasn't.
I wonder if he might wave to us. If you're very good and behave yourself for a moment, Grant, if you possibly can.
Father Christmas. Hello, Father Christmas. Hello. Welcome to Adelaide. Isn't it fantastic?
Now, Grant, you're going to have to be a very good boy over the next few weeks.
Well, I'm going to go and have a word to him in the Magic
Well,
Cave.
Father Christmas has actually seen what you really look like, and he can check you out every day and know what you're up to. He's waving again. Hello. And look at his beautiful reindeer.
Look at all the reindeer.
There's Dasher and Dancer, Prancer, Cupid, Comet, Donner, Vixen and Blitzen. And they've galloped their way through the streets of Adelaide. I hope they didn't go too fast.
No, it's all right.
They'll end up on the Grand Prix track if they're not careful.
Everybody is so excited. They're crowding around Father Christmas. They can't believe he's here, Jane. Neither can I.
And thousands of people along the route of the pageant have followed him to the very back of John Martin's to watch him go into the Magic Cave.
Now, Father Christmas is going to stay in the Magic Cave, isn't he, until Christmas time?
That's right.
Wow. So everybody can have an opportunity to come and say hello to him.
And we must say a special thank you to the police, the State Transport Authority for their cooperation with traffic arrangements, St John Ambulance for lining the route, also Adelaide City Council for providing the blue line, and also the Tanunda Town Band who've entertained us since early this morning. We've been listening to their beautiful music. Thank you to all those people.
And of course to all the staff of John Martin's and the State Bank who've made the pageant yet again a spectacular affair.
It is just wonderful and a very special year, our 60th anniversary. I might just make it for the next time, the next 60.
I hope you're here,
If I'm
Jane.
real lucky. If I really look after myself. Father Christmas is about to be escorted off his beautiful float.
Now, he had someone very special to help him, doesn't he?
That looks like Norm Jackson.
I think it is Mr. Jackson.
He's the one that got the pageant started.
This is where we get to give 3 cheers for Father Christmas.
Absolutely. Are you ready?
Oh, I am. I hope the people at home are ready too.
Oh, yes. Please help us. Look at his little red nose.
No, well, it's such a sunny day.
I wonder if that's red UV cream. Or
Cheers for Father Christmas. Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip.
Hooray! Oh, those balloons. Oh, look at all the people.
Isn't that brilliant? All come to see Father Christmas.
It's so exciting. Oh, well, it's happened. He's here.
He's here. And it's been the most beautiful day of my life, Jane. It really has.
I think this has been one of the best pageants I've enjoyed. Really been very special this year.
To see such a happy fellow waving to so many happy people. Everyone's so excited that he's here.
The weather's been perfect. Everyone's behaved beautifully. And here comes Penny McEwen, who is the pageant princess. And Penny is going to escort Father Christmas up to the Magic Cave.
Don't they look through? Oh, what's this?
Oh, actually, you realise how big he is when he's standing next to petite Penny.
He's a jolly old fellow.
Oh, he's so happy to be here. And look at all those people. There's thousands of them there.
I think it's just great that so many people have turned out on this beautiful day to come and see one of the happiest fellows of all.
I don't think he can stop waving and smiling. He's so pleased to be here. Everything's gone so smoothly. And we just can't believe our beautiful weather. Do you know, it's only ever actually rained on the pageant once in all those years.
Is that right?
It's rained just before it started, but it has never, or it's only once, actually rained on the pageant.
I think
We're
Father
very
Christmas
lucky.
has had a word with somebody.
I wonder if you can count how many people are there, Grant. So
Shall I
many of
start?
them.
1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 2. That's 5. Doesn't the pageant queen look beautiful, Jane?
Oh, yes. It's very pretty. A beautiful gown and beautiful crown.
And she gets to stand next to Father Christmas.
What a great job.
That's the best bit.
I think they're almost waiting for Father Christmas to want to go inside, but he's just enjoying it so much.
Well, he's so happy to see everybody.
I just saw Mr. Mr. Jackson whisper in Father Christmas's ear, and I heard him, I think he said, I think it's time we went inside for a cup of tea.
I think so too, Jane.
And
it's been the most beautiful morning here in Adelaide. We've all been very excited at the fact that Father Christmas has arrived. And I would like to take this opportunity, Jane, to say Merry Christmas to everybody in Australia and Papua New Guinea for that matter. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful season.
From all of us here at the ABC, from Grant and I, thank you for joining us today. And we hope you have a very special, happy, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Capsizing and getting wet doesn't seem to worry yachtsmen.
Capsizing is part of the deal, I suppose, when you're sailing. You can't sail your boat to the limit without expecting to do that occasionally. And it's no great problem in getting the boat up as long as in our case, the centreboard is out of the centreboard case. You can open it, stand on the centreboard, pull on the gunnel, and the boat will come up. Normally it needs to be pointed into the wind so that when the boat does come up, the sails will flap and you'll get a chance to climb back into the boat, which is sometimes a bit of a problem.
And what about Lorinda?
The first time I ever fell over, it was really scary because I thought I was going to drown.
Well, that was a long time ago. Today, Lorinda prefers to relax and enjoy her sailing rather than competing.
I sail races on my own, and I race the boat in sailing cadets and things, and just sail on for fun on Sundays and things. I like just having a good time better, because competing's too yucky, because you've got to sail, because you can never talk to anyone, because you're not allowed to have outside help in that.
It's a great feeling just to swish as your yacht glides through the water, and the wind in your hair.
So yachting, I think, is a sport I can do for the rest of my life. It's a sport that I can either do competitively or just as a leisure time activity. And it's a sport that is very sympathetic to the environment. It doesn't in any way damage the environment, and you just use the wind.
Exactly. We won't know about the poison until we get the autopsy report back, but she has had a feather in her hand.
Just like Renee and Kelly.
Yeah, just like. Listen, the coroner's on his way over. The lab guys are coming over, too. I've got to go home for a while, tell Marlena.
Oh, sure. I don't envy you that job.
Yeah.
Oh, what about Gene? Does he know?
Oh, he knows. He found the body.
Oh, good Lord. How is he?
God help me find the right words to tell Marlena. See you later.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm New from Garden King for spring. Tropic in a pail. Neat idea, because after you put the Tropic on your lawn, you can put the pail to 100 different uses. But whether you get Tropic in a pail or Tropic in a bag, you're getting exactly what your lawns need now to help bring them back to life. Tropic Nitrogen to encourage leaf growth, Tropic Phosphorus for a vigorous root system, and Tropic Potassium for healthy colour. So quick, pop a pail of Tropic on your shopping list. From Garden King, giving nature a helping hand.
So many people have a soft spot for the great taste of Philly. It gave us an idea. Soft Philly. And the idea is spreading. Philly's rich, creamy taste has only half the calories of margarine. So spread it freely on anything you fancy. We all have a soft spot for Philly. Soft Philly. Spread it around.
Spray, wait,
and bright. Spray and wipe.
Dissolve stove grease with incredible ease. Spray and wipe. Old rigid ditch dissolves marks off the fridge.
Spray and wipe.
Dissolves grime off the bench, no need to rinse. Spray and wipe.
If you want to get your kitchen clean and bright.
Spray and wipe dissolves grease and grime without rinsing.
Spray and wipe. That's right.
Oh. Still haven't told me where you were till 2 in the morning.
And you still haven't told me what the Vipers were doing in your room at 2 in the
Yes,
morning.
I have. They were giving me a friendly warning.
About Pete?
Yeah, about Pete. They think I'm causing trouble for their little buddy.
Are you?
Maybe. Now, where were you?
Well, not that it's any of your business. But I was at the arcade with a few friends.
Don't you think it's rather dumb coming home this hour of the night without an escort?
Bo, nothing happened.
Well, you're lucky it didn't. If your timing had been different, those guys might have caused a little bit of trouble.
Bo, they were here to see you, remember? Not me. Did they threaten you?
Yeah, I guess you'd call it that.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Do about it? Nothing.
I don't like them. So dangerous.
Yeah, guess they could be dangerous. But I can take care of myself.
I hope you'll be careful.
You almost sound like you care.
I just don't like to see anyone that I know get hurt by those creeps.
I'm not gonna get hurt, little one. Those guys might think they're running the show here, but I got news for them. Nobody tells me what to do, not anymore.
Not anymore?
No, not anymore. I had my life under control at one time. I had control of my responsibilities. But somebody ripped that out from underneath me. That's not gonna happen to me again.
Well, what are you talking about?
Nothing. Don't you think it's about time you got back up to your room?
No, I'm not ready to go to bed.
Hope, come on.
Bo, where are you going at this time of night?
Going out to get something to eat.
At this hour?
Yes, at this hour. I always get hungry when I'm scared.
You? Scared of those bums?
Who said anything about them?
Oh, you don't mean me, do you?
Yes, I do mean you. Sometimes, little one, you scare the hell out of me.
I do?
Yes, you do.
Why? Why?
Because any man who gets hooked up with you is headed for trouble, a lot of trouble. Hey, get back up to your room. I'm out of here.
Well, I want to go with you.
No, you don't.
Bo, if you don't let me go with you, then I'm going to go by myself.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, I guess you will. Can't let you go out this time of night all by yourself. Come on, let's go. Anything I said, right? How come? I get the feeling that you got your way again.
Gene, I'm sorry about Trista. Look, I know this is a bad time, but I was wondering if you'd answer a few questions. Well, I will certainly try.
Would you like us to leave, eh?
No, it's okay. I'll be brief. Gene, I understand that this apartment was going to be your home, yours and Trista, after you were married.
Yes.
Did anybody know that you were going to be here tonight?
Well, I think maybe the only person who knew was Danny because he made a dinner for us. Trista might have said something to Kayla.
Hell, I knew.
Gene told me they were going to have a romantic dinner here tonight.
So quite a few people knew about this place.
Well, we weren't trying to keep it secret or anything. It was just our marriage, that's all.
Marriage?
We didn't want people to be disappointed not having a big wedding up here.
So nobody was living here yet?
We just thought it would be romantic and fun to be able to come here without people knowing that we were married yet.
Gene, when you went out for sandwiches, did you see anyone in the hall, anyone outside, anyone at all that might be watching you?
No. But I know who did it. I mean, I really know who did it. I killed him. I was the one who killed him.
What are you talking about? Are you saying you stabbed Trista?
I'm saying I saw it. You didn't want me to see it, and she had a knife in her back, and I probably put it there.
Gene, talk sense. You two were in love with each other.
Why would you have killed Trista?
Don't you understand? I was around when Renee got it. I was around when Kelly got it. The whole thing has to do with the curse.
Come on, Gene, don't start that.
Are you talking about this so-called curse on your family?
Of course I'm talking about that. My grandfather told us that my family walks hand in hand with death. And until I took care of this curse, we were all going to end up getting it somehow.
Gene, you're in shock. You're distraught. Now, I'm sure Abe knows you're not serious.
Well, if he does know that, then he's a fool. What about my first wife?
She was killed by the strangler, Gene.
Oh, come on! It had to do with the curse.
Gene, we'll talk about this tomorrow, all right?
Let us help take you home, okay? I can give you a sedative.
I don't want a sedative. You know, Trista thought this was ridiculous. I thought it was all ridiculous, but I'm telling you...
I think it's all ridiculous, too, Gene. What happened to Trista has nothing to do with any kind of a family curse.
You see these? I gave these to her. On the night of our wedding, I dug a little hole in the sand, and I pretended that pirates had left it there.
Abe, could we take him home now, please?
Oh, boy, I understand this whole thing now. I understand it really well. First, there's Gloria Matthews, and then there's Renee. And then there is Kelly, and then there's Trista. If she had just stayed away from me, none of this would have happened. I mean, none of this would have happened.
Carrie's room's right down the hall.
Yes, yes. And we'll try not to wake her. Remember, she can stay at our house as long as is necessary.
Appreciate that, Mrs. Horton. Thanks.
We're happy to do it. How is Eugene?
He's very upset, Dr. Horton.
Oh, that poor boy. Roman, do you have any idea who's done this?
No, none.
Roman, what's... Oh, Tom, Alice, what's happened?
We're taking Carrie to our house.
Why? Roman, why?
Doc, I have to talk to you.
And just don't worry about Carrie. She'll be all right.
Wait a minute. Why are you taking Carrie to... Why are you...
Come on in here.
Roman, what's going on here?
Sit down.
You're making me very nervous. What's happened? Is it Carrie?
No, Carrie's fine. It's about Trista.
What about her? Is she all right? Has something happened? Is she here?
No, she's not here. Trista is dead.
No. You're mistaken.
Oh, I only wish I were.
Trista? No, Roman, not Trista. No.
Doc, I am really sorry to have to tell you this.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
How?
She was murdered.
Murdered?
I know it's got to be a shock for you. I know how much you loved her.
Who did it?
Doc.
I want to know who did it, Roman. Tell me who did it.
Don't know who did it, but I can promise you we'll find out who did, and they'll be punished.
Roman, nobody hurt Trista. Why would anybody want to hurt her?
Doc, believe me, if I could get my hands on whoever did this, I would tear them apart.
Why? Why would anybody want to hurt her?
I don't know. Some crazy, weird person, I don't.
Well, Roman, if somebody did hurt her, then you have to find them. I want you to find them if they hurt her.
I promise you I'll find them.
What about Gene? Does Gene know?
He knows.
Well, I'd like to see him. Where is he?
He's at their apartment, the one they rented for after the wedding.
I think I should go to him.
No, I think maybe better wait till tomorrow. He's in a pretty bad way.
No, I want to see him now. And I'd like to see Trista, too.
No, you can't see her. You don't want to see her.
Why not? Did they do something to her? Roman?
She was killed like Renee and Kelly.
Oh. Well, then you have to find out whoever did it, Roman, and you've got to hurt them back. They've got to be punished for that. But Trista never hurt anybody in her whole life. She'd never hurt a soul. She's had an awfully hard life herself. And Gene, well, Gene just
Eugene found her gun.
Oh, no! We've got to go to... Roman, we've got to go to Gene, and we've got to help him. Okay, we got to help him.
You'll help him by...
Because he could fall apart, you know.
Yes.
We got to help him for Tristan. Oh, no!
Okay, here's the album from 1987 that's nothing short of excellent. It's called Dance Hits. And that's just to give you a taste. Dance Hits, all originals. It's the best hits album you're gonna get all year.
In stores now from Dino Music.
Come in for your slice of the birthday savings to Cook and Piccone. Cheap food with weekly prizes and grand prizes like a video recorder, a colour TV, and lots more. Weston's biscuits, 59 cents. Regal Vienna bread, 75 cents. Eda 5-star margarine, 94 cents. Number 14 chickens, $2.99. Roasting shoulders of lamb, $2.35 a kilo. And Ingham's cooked and crumb chicken pieces and nuggets, $3.75. Don't miss the savings and your chance to win at Cook and Piccone. Cheap food.
Anytime is Big Rooster time, and with their bigger, brighter new store on Mulgrave Road, Big Rooster is more convenient. Don't miss this great Big Rooster special. Get one of these whole barbecue chickens free. It's a real special offer. 2 whole barbecue chickens, large chips, peas and gravy, just $9.99. All this for just $9.99. Sit down in the restaurant area, take your order away, or take advantage of the drive-thru. Just look for the Big Rooster at the front of the new store on Mulgrave Road.
Surf Lifesaving needs your support. From Mission Beach to Port Douglas, Surf Lifesaving clubs are responsible for the safety of the general public on the North's beaches. It's a big job, and it costs many thousands of dollars to keep this very important service operational. Surf Lifesavers volunteer their time and effort. Now, they need your assistance. On August 30th, give generously during the Surf Lifesavers Door Knock Appeal. They need your support. Assist Surf Lifesavers.
Please be careful driving, all right? Take care. Keep turning.
Hey, Danny, how's it going?
Hey, Bo. Oh. How's it going?
Look out. Are you closed?
For you two, I'm always open.
Ah, thanks, Danny.
Some night, huh?
Yeah.
Chilling here.
Some night, boy. Look, aren't you two out awfully late?
Well, we couldn't sleep.
It's not what it sounds like, Danny. Good night. And be sure to watch your driving tonight.
Listen, I will. And thank you again for a very interesting evening. Bye-bye.
Oh, Danny, I'm starving.
Yeah. Denise, darling, is that everybody?
Yeah, everyone's gone. Do you need help with those two?
No, I got them. Do you want to walk to your car?
No, it's right out in front, no problem. Good night, all. Good night.
Good night. I guess we did get here at closing time, huh?
It's all right. I know the manager. Okay, what do you two have?
Oops. I will have a beer. I think that would hit the spot.
And
Okay.
I'll have the same.
Great. Beer for you. How about some water for you?
Danny, I'm almost 18.
That is exactly the word, my dear. You are almost.
Oh, thank you.
Bo, Roman was around a little earlier.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
What do you want?
Something about some information Abraham had given him.
Bet I know what that is. Hey, you have a rough day today? You look kind of tired.
There's something I don't really even know if I should tell you two.
Tell us what?
Well, everything went a little crazy in here earlier. Trista has been hurt.
Hurt?
Danny, what happened?
Eugene came running in like he was a madman or something, said somebody had stabbed Trista.
Stabbed?
Oh, no.
Hey, when? Where? What? Tell me more.
All I know is that Roman, Chris were here. They went out with Eugene. Sandy was here, too, and they went to take care of her.
Oh, my God. Well, that's number 3.
3 women that have been killed that we know.
Hey, come on. You're talking like she's dead. We don't know that yet.
Exactly. We don't even know if that's connected.
Hey, come on. I need to know more. Where was it? At Trista's apartment or what?
Eugene said 45 Water Street.
45? That's right down the street here. I'm on my way.
Okay.
Bo!
Hey, take care.
I got it.
Right?
I'm sorry, Marlene.
Thank you, Abe.
The body's been taken out of the apartment.
We saw the ambulance leave.
Where's Gene?
He's in his bedroom. I'm afraid he's pretty upset.
I'd like to see him, if I may.
Of course.
Roman?
Sure.
I wonder where she went. I wonder...
That's where she died, Doc.
No. No. There was just a mistake. There was just some kind of a mistake.
Doc.
I'm okay, Roman. I'm okay. Marlena, if it's any help to you, she didn't suffer. She died instantly. Sorry. Thank you, Sandy. I'm here if you need me.
Doc.
Yeah.
There's something else you should probably know. According to Eugene, he and Trista were married in Haiti.
They were married?
Yeah.
Oh. Roman, I want to see him alone.
Okay.
She was remembering her sister's death, wasn't she?
I'm afraid she was.
Roman is going to find out who did this. I promise he will.
You know, we had a bubble bath tonight.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, and I got in with all my clothes on.
Oh, Jean.
You should have seen the smile on her face. The most adorable smile and the most absolutely fabulous little laugh. I think I fell in love with that smile the first time.
Nobody made her as happy as you did.
You know, actually, that's not true. I fell in love with her before I even saw her. I fell in love with her when I smelled that glove, all that wonderful perfume that was on it.
She loved you so much.
You know, I should have walked away, Marlena. I really should have. We got married in Haiti. I don't know whether you know that or not. We didn't want to tell anybody because it was a secret. We didn't want to ruin your plans for our wedding. But I should have walked away. It was a secret that ended up killing her.
You don't mean that, Jean.
Oh, yes, I do. I should have walked away. Until I knew enough of what this curse meant. Oh. Well, it's something which ended up killing her. And I am responsible for her death.
Jean?
I just got to get out of here.
Jean?
Roman. Eugene?
You don't have to worry about me. I will stay in town.
Oh, Sergeant. It's all right, let him go.
Jean? Jean?
Jane, please, I just want to be left alone, all right?
Thanks, Chris.
When you bake a beautiful biscuit like Arnott's Monte Carlo, no wonder it stays such a special family favorite for so many years. With eggs, milk, honey, a touch of coconut, Arnott's Baker Crisp, deliciously short biscuit, swirled with tangy apple and raspberry jam, whipped vanilla cream. Arnott's Monte Carlo. There's no other cream biscuit quite like it.
You helped me build Australia.
A lot goes on in this house. So before anything else goes on, this does. Taubman's Living Proof Silk. Silk because it's a totally new finish, subdued and elegant, feels as smooth as it looks, and living proof because it really takes the punishment. See, it contains Teflon, so whatever goes on, comes off. Easy. Yep, life goes on, and so does Living Proof Silk.
Mighty Mitre 10.
What do the New World guys know about delicacies like this? They know too much. It drives me crazy. I sell good quality food, but they only want the best, and they want it for less. Sure you are smiling, because they pass on the savings. What prices?
Chicken breasts, $2.99 a kilo. That's 50% off. And barbecue chicken, $4.95 each. Another saving.
They may drive me crazy, but we'd be crazy to shop elsewhere.
High standards, low prices. It's made Coles New World Australia's favorite supermarket.
Oh, Mom. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Sorry, Mom. Oh, no.
Every day in a million ways, every home needs Harpic to keep your loo clean, fresh and blue. Every home needs Harpic. Every day in a million ways, every home needs Harpic to keep your loo clean, fresh and blue. Every home needs Harpic.
Oops. Oh, no.
Every day in a million ways, every home needs Harpic to keep your loo clean, fresh and blue. Every home needs Harpic.
Push Bo would at least call Danny.
Yeah, I have a feeling that he's really busy, Hope. Do your parents know that you're out of the house?
No.
Well, don't you think you should give them a call?
Danny, I am sure that they are asleep.
Yes, or else they're worried to death about you.
What's going on? Come on. I just want, I know you're my friends, but I want to be left alone.
Eugene, you're going to get run over out there.
Well, I don't care about that.
Look, Trista wouldn't want you to get killed, too.
What?
Danny, would you get him a glass of water?
Sure, sure.
Danny? Oh, Hope. Trista's dead. Dead?
I said I want to be alone.
Yeah, but getting run over isn't going to bring Trista back.
Well, I'd just as soon be dead.
Don't talk like that, Gene.
Here you go. Hey, thank you. My God, this whole thing started on a pastrami sandwich I had to go out for.
Can't give you any more details than that. This is all too awful.
Sandy?
Yeah.
You were there. Did you see the body?
I was ordered not to talk about what I saw, Bo. I'm sorry.
Okay. I heard a couple of cops outside. They were saying that Eugene's wife was dead.
Wife? Yeah, they were married in Haiti.
Hope he makes it through this.
Where did he go?
He's right. He needs time alone.
No, now when he's saying he doesn't deserve to live. Danny, can you get Sandy home?
Right.
Good. Thank you.
Roman, what do you think? Should we have let Eugene go?
It wouldn't be any good to us tonight anyway. Besides, Chris is keeping an eye on him.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd have someone follow.
We'll question him in the next day or two.
Yeah, we're going to have to bring in all the suspects again. Everybody that we questioned in the Renee and Kelly killings.
We're going to rouse them out first thing in the morning.
Yeah, even Julie Williams?
I said everyone, Abe. That includes Alex, Marshall, Tony, his mother, Anna, Delia, Pete Jennings, and, yes, Julie Williams. We're obviously not dealing with a crime of passion here. We can't afford to overlook even the most remote possibility.
A raven's feather and a knife in the back.
I'd be willing to bet that we're going to find poison on that knife.
I think that's a given. You think we should have been questioning Eugene and all the other deaths?
Eugene, what motive would he have?
I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I went and checked out his story at that deli.
And?
Well, the woman behind the counter said it was pretty busy. She couldn't tell if he'd been in or not.
What do you mean, 2 o'clock in the morning? How busy can it be?
It was the only place open all night in that area.
So Eugene can't prove he was there?
No, I can't tell that. What bothers me is why he went all the way to Shenanigans to call anyone. I mean, someone in the building would have let him use a phone. And there are 2 pay phones in the next block.
Well, he said he was in a panic.
Yeah. Look, why don't you take Marlene on home?
Yeah, better do that. Better try and get some sleep, too.
Yeah, if we can. If we can.
Everyone's gone.
We ought to be with the river. When Trista was little, she loved going to the Colorado River. Mom and Daddy used to say that if she could, she'd live on that river. Mom and Daddy. Roman, this is going to kill them.
I'll call him for you if you want me to.
No. No, I should do that. She's gone, isn't she?
Yeah, she's gone.
I'm not gonna fall apart. Not like when Sam died. I'm not. Take me home. Please take me home.
My dear, whatever's got into the vicar?
They see he's found the answer.
Miss Bracegirdle's in a surprisingly good mood.
Thank goodness she finally found the answer.
Alfie must have won the lottery.
Nah, reckons he just found the answer.
That's not like Prim Whistle.
It is since you discovered the answer.
Ford Pills, the gentle, reliable answer to irregularity for over 50 years. Real easy to take, low in calories.
You helped me build Australia to paint it real true blue.
This is the Wagner Power Painter. It paints walls and ceilings in the blink of an eye. Only $114.95. This is the Wagner Power Painter Kit. Only $179 the lot. It paints walls, ceilings, fences, furniture. Wagner, the easy way to paint anything you want.
With mighty Mitre 10.
It's Softy's Super Deals time. Now at Errol Stewart's, you'll do a super deal with a Softy on an infrared remote TAG video. Save $50, get a whole 5 years total protection, only $699. Save $30 on a family-size Mally's automatic washer, just $520. Save $50 on a big 410-litre Kelvinator, fridge on top, freezer below, only $799. Don't buy anything till you see the Softy's Super Deals at Errol Stewart's.
Bunch of Softies.
Surf Lifesaving needs your support. From Mission Beach to Port Douglas, Surf Lifesaving clubs are responsible for the safety of the general public on the North's beaches. It's a big job, and it costs many thousands of dollars to keep this very important service operational. Surf Lifesavers volunteer their time and effort. Now, they need your assistance. On August 30th, give generously during the Surf Lifesavers Door Knock Appeal. They need your support. Assist Surf Lifesavers.
Good night.
Be careful.
Night, Danny. You chilly?
Yeah, a little bit.
Here, put on my jacket.
Thanks. Still can't get that picture of Eugene out of my mind. I hope he's all right.
I don't think he is. I don't know when he will be again.
Take me home, Bo.
Yeah, sure.
What is it? What's wrong?
Come on, let's get out of here and get you home. Dead on.
Just that I loved you so much.
Friday, the Old West was never this old. Kirk Douglas is handsome Harry Holland, retired gunslinger and bank robber.
I've done a few things way back that would win no church prizes.
And for one man can stand up to Holland, Sam Starrett.
James Coburn.
Water.
Holland's over there in the hotel right now, terrorizing this girl he took prisoner. There's no telling what he's doing to her.
Been hard on you, man?
Draw.
From time to time.
8:30 Friday.
We are the North, we shine for you. We're part of everything you do. NQTV, we are NQTV. The place to be, the place to be.
Hello, welcome to Radiant Living, and today a microwave program on cooking cakes and biscuit slice. Now the first one we will cook will be a crunchy chocolate slice, and then a delicious butterscotch slice, and then over to cakes. We'll try a very easy tea cake and an easy carrot cake, and you'll find that that will give you a lot more confidence to go and try cakes and slices in your microwave oven. Now the first recipe is our crunchy chocolate slice. Now I have dissolved or melted in the microwave 125 grams of butter. I'm going to add to that 1 cup of brown sugar. Now this is one of those everything tosses in together recipes which are rather good. Just mix that in a little bit to get it wet with the butter. And then we'll put 1 egg into that as well. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. That's about 1 teaspoon. Give that a little bit more of a mix. And then we'll add 4 crushed up wheat bix or Vitabrits, it doesn't really matter. And also 1 cup of plain flour, they're all in together, 1/2 cup of coconut and 2 tablespoons of cocoa. And you'll find that's a standard recipe that you use in your ordinary oven, but in your microwave, it's only going to take us 5 minutes to cook. Now, it's a fairly firm mixture, so don't worry that it's not wet and runny. You'll have to work a little bit to get this mixture in, but it's worthwhile, and you may find if you're cooking in your microwave with biscuit slices, make up a double batch. Just double your ingredients and then cook 1 lot, and perhaps if you line it with some Glad Bake, line your dish with Glad Bake, then you'll find that it's very easy to lift out that first batch and go on and cook the second one. And that saves, I feel, a lot of time and fiddling, because it's just as quick to mix up a double batch as it is a single batch. I've worked that in. That's just about right, even though it's fairly dry. As long as your ingredients are mixed, that's the main thing. Now here I'm going to use a very shallow little slice tray. Now you can see there that doesn't look quite right if you're considering a conventional oven slice tray. It's very shallow, but it then makes sure that our recipe or our mixture will cook in the centre, and that's very, very important. It's all very well to have a lovely light high slice, but you don't want a muddy section in the middle, do you? So just put that aside, and what we'll have to do here is just help this a little bit with the fingers, because it's, as you can see, it's very, very firm. So just firm that out thoroughly into the corners, and so that it's even all the way through, because microwaves can handle things if they're even in shape and even in size. Now you could cook this in an oval dish or a round dish, perhaps a pie plate if you wanted to, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult to cut it up evenly, but it would cook still quite well. Now, you may have noticed there that there's only 1 cup of plain flour, not self-raising. Now, that's because self-raising would just push that up way too high, and it just wouldn't cook very well in the middle. We'll put these fellows aside here, and then this can go into the microwave. Before you put it into the microwave, use an elevator. Now, that's how it's actually going to sit in our microwave oven. And I'm sure you can understand this gives extra penetration for microwaves. They can get in underneath, and that's very important. So we'll go over to our big microwave now and put this in. So our rack goes in there, and just pull that as much as you can to the front of the turntable, and we need 5 minutes on high. So it's very, very easy. And as I said, you could use a double batch if you wanted to and make that one up just a little bit later. Now we'll get our next slice. And as you can see, these are quick and easy and something that's simple to handle. Now this is our butterscotch slice. And butterscotch, of course, is rather a lovely taste. And here in my large jug, again, I have, we've got in there 1.5 cups of brown sugar and 125 grams of butter. Now I've just put those into the microwave for 2 minutes, and you can see there that looks like the start of Russian caramels. We've taken the sugar down so it's fairly soft, and then we go on from there. So the next thing to add would be 2 eggs. Just beat those in lightly. Now this again, it starts off a fairly stiff mixture, but it won't take long to come down to runny. Just mix in that brown sugar with the eggs, just to get it all nice and smooth, and any lumps that just may happen to be there. And then into that, a small packet of walnuts that you've cut up. They don't have to be crushed, but taken down to smaller pieces so they don't drag when you cut or make holes in the slice when you cut it. And then we need 2 teaspoons. Now that sounds like a lot, but 2 teaspoons of vanilla. That helps with your caramel flavour too. And then into that, 1 cup of plain flour. So you can see all of your biscuit slices that you normally make in your ordinary oven, can be converted over to microwave cooking. Most of them take between 4 and 6 minutes. Try and remember that microwave cooking is about a quarter of conventional time. Now, only use that as a guide. Never use that as a hard and fast amount of time, because it's always easier to undercook, and then you can always give it a bit more if you need to. Now again, into our little slice tray, and this is a fairly liquid mixture, so it's going to run in or pour in quite easily. Again, if you wanted a double batch of these, just line with your Glad Bake or any of your non-stick papers. Just take that out, and we can pour that in very, very easily. Now, I haven't greased either of these containers because the slices will lift out quite happily, or you can just slice them with a spatula to take them out. Now, these two slices will freeze beautifully, and you'll find in this, because we've partly caramelized the brown sugar and the butter to start with, then that gives us that lovely butterscotch flavour or caramel flavour. I'm sure someone in the studio will help us out and lick that nice bowl there for us. So we'll put that underneath and just smooth that out. As long as it goes into the corner so it's nice and even, that's the main thing there. And we can put this away, we're finished with that. And again, let's elevate. So up on our rack, and we'll go over to the other oven now. So with any cakes, with any slices, anything in this type of cooking, make sure you elevate and you'll have much more even cooking. Again, to the front of the turntable as much as you can, elevated. And we need 7 minutes on high there. Sounds a fair while for a slice, but you'll find that that will cook beautifully. Now let's go over to our centre counter just for a moment, and we'll have a look at the basic equipment, I guess you would say, for microwave cakes and slices. So we've got here a little loaf pan. Now these 3 pieces of equipment here can go into an ordinary oven or microwave, gas, electric, convection, it doesn't matter. So they're made out of the new types of plastic that will take a lot of heat, and of course they're very safe plastics. So you could use that one for a big fruit cake. You can see the large spindle in the centre opens the middle up, then you don't have that soggy centre. That would also make a lovely upside down cake or a big 1 kilo of meat for a meatloaf. Pop that aside, and there you could use that for a fancy cake. We're going to use that in the next segment for a carrot cake, and it looks very, very attractive. But again, in that very safe plastic. Our little loaf pan for a loaf cake, for a terrine, anything that you want to look a little bit fancier, because it gives you the ridges when you turn it out. And we also have little patty cake containers. You can just slip your mixture into that, and they need about 20 seconds each. So not very long. Half a dozen would take you around about a minute 20. So little patty cake containers there, and then our standard ring container. So a packet cake in that would be 4.5 minutes, and you find it will be beautiful. We'll use that one later for our tea cake. Now, just before we break, I'll go and get our little chocolate slice from the oven, and we'll put a nice chocolate coating on that. There we are. Now, you can see there, perhaps if we slip it onto this stove there, that'll look better. And what I'm going to do while it's very, very hot is just put some of these little Nestle's Easy Melt. Now these are new, and they have a very, very low melting temperature, so they can be very handy to put perhaps on top of ice cream and just slip it into the microwave for a few seconds. Or if you wanted to put chocolate icing on the top of a cake in a hurry, then use these fellows and they'll work beautifully. Just move these out a little bit. Now, of course, that's still very, very hot. That's quite warm to handle, but if you just leave that for a little minute, I might spread a few more out here.